Pro tip.
Unmute.
And we're in. Hello, everyone. I hope you're all having an absolutely fantastic day. Does anybody want to do the recap this time?
My brain is trying. Oh, hey, what we did last time. I'm like, wait, a lot of stuff happened last time. Like some of the most important tidbits. We managed to bring someone back to base with us who was in contact or worked for one of the other vampire lords. We learned that one of the other vampire lords used to be a hunter and is now a vampire, but is still technically a vampire hunter because he still wants to kill all vampires. So you know.
And he's really trippy.
And he's insane.
Yeah, maybe a little bit, yeah.
You know, he became what he hates. You know, that kind of fun stuff. My character's parents are still gone. We learn Immortus's lady, or maybe someone pretending to be his lady, talk to him again about stuff. I mean, not this last session, but like, you know, shit happened because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I remember bits and pieces of it, but I'm not a very clear. It's all kind of like one congruative like nonsense. Everybody got poisoned and started going crazy because of magic stuff in the water.
Yep. And then you had to
Seda hugged a horse.
I did hug a horse. That's true. I did hug a horse. That did happen. You didn't witness it. You didn't know. You weren't there. You don't know that I love animals.
No? Does that not common knowledge?
I mean, it might be actually. Probably like them better than people.
That's
how I can't remember. Is it Rexar or whatever? What is his name?
Reesh.
He accidentally murdered someone and got put on our team.
He's your backup.
Mm-hmm.
Which, you guys, I think that's a good place to start. You guys have been back for about a day. And today is the day that Reesh is moving into that room of the fifth member of your runner team who was no one. There was no one there.
Was empty.
Yeah, he finds himself moving in, and he actually goes out and finds all of you. It's probably about noon at this point. About noon in the day. Where are you? Each of you. Lunchtime-ish.
I mean, I imagine probably eating.
Yeah.
If it is time for midday meal, then probably eating.
Yeah, in the common hub dinner room.
Yeah, and since it's just the five of you and Tristan here, Tristan is once again making lunch. He just makes food. This time he seems to have made some sort of like vegetable stew that he's offering to each of you.
I like vegetables. I like stew.
He nods.
Thanks. Thanks, Tristan.
I come from a family of farmers, so you know, we enjoy the vegetables that we grow.
Comes from your ground. You know what it took to grow it, so there's a bit of safety in that. It's so empty. I don't say this, but like Seda looks around and like just there's nobody else here but us, and there's just kind of like a nonverbal sigh.
That's a good time. It sounds like somebody slams into the door. Just like a full-bodied person slams into the door. Then you hear Reese shouting, "Can someone open this for me?"
I get it.
You see him as you open the door. You see him like carrying what looks like a bundle of just like weapons, like a lot of them.
Like all of them.
just like one of everything. And he goes, Thank you. You. Thank you.
Immortus. Yes,
Immortus.
Immortus.
Yeah, that's it. All right. And he starts like carrying them back to his room. Huh. Almost done. I think one more load will do. Does anybody want to help me carry a really big axe?
I'll look to Game Face.
All right.
All right, I'll put this stuff in my room and then we'll go get it.
Sterling puts down his soup.
It'll be here when you get back, I promise. We'll get a straw and everything.
Yeah, so, Game Face. Sterling, you go with Reach to his former home. And I mean, still technically it's his house, but it's kind of like a rundown shack. But you go inside and you can see like dust marks where weapons have been hanging on the walls. And you find your eyes drawn to what you're probably here to help him carry back, which looks like this massive, like maybe 15-foot long axe mounted entirely on one wall. Looks like a great axe for a very large creature.
What even used that?
Well, to be honest, I found it lodged in a mountain, but I'm told by people who are more knowledgeable on these things than I, a storm giant, maybe? I thought it was pretty awesome. So, decoration, right? It's also really heavy. And especially unwieldy. Come now.
That length I can imagine.
You each pull one end off the wall and start going back like you're just carrying a log between you, but it's an axe.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Totally normal.
For sure. Not weird at all. I mean, I can tell you, I would take a giant axe home if I found it. I don't know about the rest of you. But anyway, yeah. He comes in, you help him mount it on the wall. It has to go, like, angled because this room's not quite as long as the one it came from.
Is he gonna hit his head on this?
But you managed to, like, get it in there and get it fit to where it's, like, wedged against the ceiling and the floor. And it's just, like, propped up like that. And he's like, I think that'll do. What do you think?
I think depending on what you have in here afterward, I'm not sure you'll be able to get it out again.
That would suck. Well, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. It's probably not going to fall, and that's the important part. I'd hate for this
it would be.
thing to fall and cleave me in two in the middle of the evening, wouldn't you?
Probably best not to sleep directly below it.
Fair point. Fair point. All right. Now, I heard stew.
Aye, vegetable stew.
Well, I'm definitely more of a meat man myself, but I'll take some vegetables. Food is food, right?
Food is food.
And he goes and, it's maybe been 15 minutes. Are the rest of you still eating at the table?
Probably, yeah, because I would have slowed down to see this, whatever the hell this guy's bringing back to the house.
Yeah. So after they lug that axe through and you hear some scraping and some... You almost think your board's going to snap, but then it settles. And then the two of them come out the room.
You survived the encounter, I see.
Indeed. Is there any stew left?
I'm sure there's plenty left.
And Justin goes, yes, of course. I didn't catch your name. Reesh. I am Reesh. And you are? I'm Tristan. Tristan Holborough. Good to meet you. And you made this stew? And he sits in the chair, like, creaks. And he's like, That's not gonna be a problem, is it?
How big is this guy? Again, just for refreshing my brain case.
He's a bugbear. He's fairly large, on the upper end of bugbear.
Okay.
So,
How big is that?
He has to like duck through the door. How tall are you, Sterling?
7.5 feet.
Oh, then I guess technically you would have to duck through the door too. So
Yeah, so I think they're close to about this. I think
Yeah.
not certainly it's probably not as wide as the bugbear,
yeah,
but they're probably about the same height.
Sterling is about 3-4 inches taller, but not as wide.
Yeah.
For sure. So
Yeah,
Sterling,
you're
you
both
probably have
gigantic
the
people.
same chair problem, but it'll probably be fine. Just don't move too much, right?
No
Pretty
leaning
good.
back in these chairs, all 4 feet at all times.
You just lean back and it snaps. Oh no. We don't want any of that.
Oh gosh.
So, as Reesh enjoys his stew, is there anything the rest of you would like to do for today?
I'll probably do some training or something in the training yard, but nothing too important.
Okie dokie.
Did we ever return all of those books or?
No, I don't.
I
think we
know.
did.
I wanted to keep the spell book.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I know you were keeping the spell book, but I know that we were going to read through a bunch of the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess we could do that. Just the next day. So yeah, we could break all
Yeah, I
that stuff
imagine
out.
we're
and
probably
cover it.
just. Yeah, I was I was gonna just say like that's kind of probably what Sada's just been doing the last
Mhm.
last day basically. We got back, I slept, read some books, ate food, read some more books. You know,
A lot of them are on just the area around Lyric's Refuge. Like information on the land itself, the types of creatures that live here, and then extensive notes on the 2 runner teams that have been going for longer.
yeah.
Is there a specific runner team you were interested in finding information on?
I mean, most of the stuff like with my parents, I probably know cursory information about. But I don't know. I don't know how nosy Seda is. I mean, actually, currently speaking, after what happened, after bringing Veer back, probably pretty damn nosy. So, I have reading material. I don't get to read books very often. I don't ever spend time in the library. This is my reading material now. If anything is of actual import or seems out of the ordinary, that's stuff that I would probably focus on. So you don't have to like tell me every nitty gritty little detail. But
it depends on if you're interested in more information on Ivo.
Yeah, probably. They have made themselves something that I'm curious about.
It mostly just talks about how he's a very good archer, right? And then it delves into when his life is threatened, he casts magic with expert precision and then seems terrified by that fact.
All right.
Which is information you
That's
do not have.
Well, no, I didn't have that, but it also lends credence to the strange behavior that the sword had when he threw it that one time, or whatever that was.
Yeah, sword.
No.
So, interesting stuff there. Other than that, it's just pretty much all information you already had about the other runners. But it's a question of how concerning is it that they have such detailed information?
And such good information on the land and the area around there. I'm like, well, I mean, I knew all this, but this would have been handy when I was, learning how to, get around outside, having a guidebook.
Why couldn't anyone have given you a guidebook?
Right? Exactly.
Well, maybe now you can give other people guidebooks.
Yeah, that's kind of what, low-key kind of what Sada's thinking. Like, well, maybe I can copy down the pertinent information.
Yeah.
Like, navigate this area.
Hand them out to new runners.
Make little pamphlets.
Yeah, like a manual.
These are the mushrooms you don't eat. This is what they look like.
Hey.
This little sketch.
So as we're sitting there, hey, Mortis.
Mm-hmm.
Can you draw?
Let's find out. Check my character sheet. What would be the drawing skill?
I mean, that's a fair question. Isn't there a kit for that?
There is like a painter's kit and stuff like that. Art can be any number of things if you think about it. It could be like your intelligence to do something anatomically correct, or as you see it in nature. Wisdom to see like the inner beauty of a thing. Charisma to put your heart into it. Like literally, there you can swing art any way you want to. It's just whether or not you think your character. I would imagine your character, whether or not you think your character has the knack for it. Maybe.
Mm-hmm. I'd say if you were to get like a drawer's kit and we could do query attribute, do that setting, and you would query like, is it charisma, is it dexterity, is it intelligence?
I think charisma would be more like an artist, not really like drawing
like architecture
photorealistic
versus creative,
or like
artists.
drawing what an animal looks like.
Yeah, like you're
drawing what
copying
you
down.
feel the animal looks like.
Right. Yeah, I'd be drawing like my artistic interpretation.
Yeah, I can see that. That's fair, but
I mean,
I would say you're not proficient in the terms of D&D.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
But that doesn't mean you can't.
Yeah.
I'm not too much of a jar. Why do you ask?
Well, I mean, it might just help to start making like a little book, to like a guidebook, essentially, because a lot of this information here about the land, how to get around, dangers, animals, habits, like there's so much stuff in these books that if given to someone who doesn't know who has never been a runner before or has never been a hunter before, drawing like, don't eat this mushroom, that kind of thing.
Can I have? Go ahead.
Am I around for this conversation?
Oh, you could absolutely.
Yeah.
So, could I like mention that my mom paints?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure.
And like offer for her to paint some stuff for it.
That's probably a better idea than me doing it. Unless you want me to draw have a book full of skulls and various gravestones.
The dreaded skull mushroom.
Watch out for the dreaded skull mushroom.
And the skull river, and the skull plants, and the skull tree.
That's a skull rock over there.
That would
It's
be...
like the mushroom is really rudimentary. You can't tell what it is. It's just a semicircle with some circles on it. But the skull and crossbones is like really detailed.
Well, that's a kind offer. The only issue that I would maybe surmise in that is I'm not exactly a descriptive person, and having to tell someone what to draw without actually physically being able to show them might be difficult.
Maybe we can go out and get some samples and use them as
reference.
Something to reference. Yeah, there you go, reference.
The voice in the back of your head calls. Can I have both of you, Seda and Immortus, give me an intelligence check? I just want to get a rough idea of how many of the books you managed to get through in this time period.
Just click intelligence.
Yep.
Bloop.
I wouldn't mind having Sterling have helped out.
Not
either.
very many.
I mean, as many of you as would like can be here sitting at this table reading books with them. There's like 18 books to go through.
And we got nothing else to do.
Speaking of 18s.
Sterling really likes books. That fits, actually.
He's very used to reading books.
Interesting stuff.
And as I had stated, my character is not.
I mean, aside from what the rest of you have found, Sterling, you're the only one that finds anything out of the ordinary. Mostly because you read it and you go, that's not real, and it talks about a tribe of goblins that lives just south of the village.
Ah?
It's weird.
That have managed to hide themselves away. Doesn't really give much detail on it, and you see a note like written in the margin. Could be useful.
That's what the note says?
Yeah, that's what the note says.
Okay.
Sorry.
Do you bring it up, Sterling?
Yeah, he's going to bring it up, maybe have it marked off with a bookmark, and slide it forward for the others to see. This is a bit strange. Something say they've found that we haven't.
Oh yeah, let's see. Tribe of goblins. I don't know of any goblins. Are there any goblins that live in the city?
A few,
Hmm.
but most of them, to your knowledge, have been here for. They're like second generation, third generation. They've been here for a while.
Interesting.
Are there any cave networks or anything like that to the south?
Eventually, but it's pretty far away. The kind of distance that you'd be like, well, they wouldn't be saying that was near. We're talking like,
Right.
40, 50 miles.
Well, there doesn't seem to be any other. There doesn't really seem to be any false information in these books. We have to assume it's accurate.
What if it's code? Nothing else has been coded, though, so that doesn't make any sense either.
Yeah. And if it is accurate, they seem like they are interested in using these goblins.
Perhaps the goblins don't like us?
Hmm.
I mean, I don't know. That's
You guys
weird.
think?
You could always ask around, see if anybody knows anything about it. Like the guards, see if they've spotted goblins, or Tristan. Heck, even Rish, because he used to be a runner too, and now he is again.
Yeah.
Hey, Rish.
X-Man.
Axeman.
You hear like a thump, and he leans out his door, and he goes, "What?"
Have you heard of any, like, goblin tribes around here? Ever?
Whole tribes? No.
Huh.
I know they've had troubles with goblins in the past, but to my knowledge, it was just a small passing group.
Does the book say anything about how they've hidden themselves?
It says they've hidden themselves underground, which, debatably helpful.
Right.
They're dead, thus hidden. Just raise them up, and you'll have a zombie tribe of goblins. What?
It's fine. Certainly nothing I ever encountered. No entire tribes.
Huh. Okay, that's weird. Who assigns the runners work? The stewards, or?
I mean, the stewards give you guys your assignments, but you would assume that comes directly from Lyric. At least that's what you've been told. Whether that's true or not,
yeah. He could be up there dancing in front of a mirror, being sad that he can't see himself, but he can see his clothes, and we wouldn't know.
Good old Emperor's New Clothes reverse there. Great image.
Well, I mean, I've never asked to go out and look at something, but doesn't mean we can't.
We can always bring it to their attention, and I don't know. I don't see why they wouldn't want us to go check it out. It's not that far away.
And
Especially
if there's nothing there, we can just hunt and bring some food back.
Yeah. Especially since this opposing lord is interested
Thinks they're
in them.
useful, yeah.
So what do we want
Is
to do?
there anything in like the previous section before he found the goblins that might hint at where the book was talking about beforehand?
Yeah,
Like if they went area by area?
there's some general surrounding descriptors that might help you find the location. Yeah. So you could probably just go off of the book itself and find where this supposedly is, or the general location.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was
Especially since I'm good at maps.
I can't see the harm in bringing it up at least.
Right.
All right. Although I don't know, historically speaking, have they ever sent all of the runners out.
Well, they just did yesterday.
Oh no, I'm asking out of character because currently speaking, I guess they did, didn't they? Yeah, never mind. Okay,
Was that or drink poison water?
yeah, that's true.
The
That was
answer
kind of
is pretty much, unless there's an immediate threat, no. They never
Yeah,
send all
that's
three
okay.
teams out at once.
Even if
That's
it's
the poison water.
yeah, it being pretty close might let them send them, but otherwise they might have them wait until somebody else gets back.
It's also better to ask for forgiveness than permission.
Not in this case.
Well, if we leave the town, if we go through those doors, they will know we left.
Yeah.
I mean, unless we don't go through the doors. But I'm not gonna. No, we're good. I want to read now. Just kind of pick up books, stick my face in the book.
Let's banish that thought. So, is that something you guys are going to go do today? Or no?
Well, to be honest, my character kind of wants to check on Veer. So going into talking about this is also a good idea to be like, hey, how's that guy doing? You didn't kill him,
Yeah.
right? Right.
It's a good time to bring up the stuff we learned from these books too.
All right. So, who is going to go do this, and when?
I will go.
Is Seda going to go as well?
Yes.
Just double
Everyone-
checking.
Get everybody. This is like a all hands on deck thing.
I mean, if they won't want to go, they don't want to go. Like, you can't make everybody go talk to the stewards. Or you know, it's a choice.
Yeah, it's up to each of you if you want to go or not.
Yeah, Sterling can come along.
I meant,
Yeah, I'm on board.
see, boredom, excellent motivator. Makes you read, makes you go talk to people you don't like. Fantastic.
All right, so you guys are heading to the manor and gonna give the gate a good old knock like a couple nights ago.
The wizard knock.
Really?
Yeah, it's just it's shaving a haircut. That's.
No, I thought you meant the
That's-
spell. Genuinely.
Oh no.
Like you're
Like-
gonna just unlock the door? Can you even
No,
do
no.
that?
No, I don't have knock.
I don't have knock.
You took me for a moment. Uh,
I don't think I get that spell.
I know I don't.
yeah, so I guess the question is, how do you get their attention? Same as before, just knock until somebody comes.
Yeah, basically. Knock on the door. If I don't think it's loud enough, I look at Game Face. I'm like, hey, can you knock? You've got bigger hands.
Yes, because that induces volume.
Larger object against. Never mind.
About what time would you say it is? Yeah, it's probably
Shortly after lunch.
shortly after lunch. So, yeah. Someone comes to the door, the gate, and speaks through the gate. Not a voice you really recognize. May I ask who is calling?
Which runner group are we again? Shoot.
Well, we're the only ones, so we're number one right now.
You're technically 3.
Technically 3, yeah.
Yeah.
Runners group number 3. Actually, did we even get did anyone talk to us about the water, or how's the water doing? Like,
It's. I mean,
are people
it's,
still bananas a little bit? Like,
it doesn't seem like it, and it's only been a day, so
yeah. So people are still a little bananas.
yeah.
Okay. Just
Probably
checking.
all drinking ale still.
Everyone is either fucking cage scary as, just like twitching out in their home, or drunk off their ass. Okay, noted. Runner team 3.
We need a
We
code
have
name.
a request for a possible task that may need to be looked into.
You hear what sounds like the sliding of a bar, and then the gate starts to creak open. And you see someone you don't recognize that just looks to be dressed in servant garb. and they motion you towards the steward's house.
Follow, kind of like not necessarily nervous, but this is the second time in as many days as I've been here, and it's kind of weird because I've never been in here before.
We're moving up in the world.
It's true. So the four of you make your way to the steward house and, give it a good knock.
Pushing buttons.
Pushing buttons. And the door, swings open. There's nobody behind it. You see Senin, hunched over in a chair, and she goes, "Come in quickly and close the door."
Do so.
And then the door just slams behind you.
Oh. That's why I quickly closed the door. Okay. Wait, we're not supposed to know that this particular individual is a vampire, right?
You're not supposed to know. No.
Didn't we learn? No, is this the guy we learned was a vampire from?
Yeah,
the report?
yes, but we don't. No one
We're not-
else knows
oh,
that.
I get you.
Yeah, that's what
No,
I'm saying.
okay.
Like,
Gotcha.
we're not supposed to know, but we totally know, according to this book, anyways. If this book can be believed.
Right. Okay.
All
Caught
right,
up.
so we scurry inside and close the door.
Speaking of book,
Looks up at you. What are you doing here at this hour? What time is it?
2 PM. You're up early. Oh no, I wouldn't say that because I don't know that. Only if I was being catty. 2 PM. We found something in one of the journals that we gathered, or one of the, I guess, just be notebooks at this point.
Yeah.
In one of the notebooks that we found in the cave, that there may be a settlement of goblins to the south that the other vampire lord is interested in.
Possibly allying with,
She
or using in some way.
stands up and steps forward slowly and deliberately and reaches out her hand. Wait.
and Sterling hands over the book, already on the page.
Definitely takes her longer to read than you would expect it to.
Mm-hmm.
Then she slams the book shut, and she goes, "Certainly would explain some of the guard reports." She hands the book back to you, Sterling.
Okay, he takes it.
It's been rather suspicious. We've, the last few nights, seen the guards have in any case what they thought were goblins wandering around the village. The outside, mind you, not the inside. They seem to be looking for something along the wall, but each time a guard would go investigate, they'd be gone.
Looking for something along the wall.
Indeed.
Like a weak point.
Or
I kind of like look to the rest of the party.
Or placing something along the wall. The water the water was done with magic. It could possibly be that they're doing something magical.
You can see she's like gritting her teeth, and
It's not good news. We just wanted to know if you wanted us to look into this. I know we're the only runner group here right now, but it seemed important.
I will consult with Lycus when he returns. This is not a decision to be made alone.
It's kind of like bobblehead nods because, a little out of our depth here.
In the meantime, I could walk the walls looking my magical senses. See if there's anything been placed.
The four of you go together, scan the walls, just in case.
Okay. That's something we can do and stay close to town.
Yeah. Sterling nods.
I guess, is it normal to like soft bow when you're leaving? Like, would that be like etiquette or like?
Not for
I
the
don't know.
stewards.
Okay, cool.
definitely for like there's a lot of talk of what you're supposed to do if you ever meet the Lord, but the stewards, you know, a lot of people see them as little more than glorified paper clerks.
Okay.
Doesn't mean that's what they are. That's just what people see them as.
Yeah. Well, this is the one my mom is scared of, and I have recently learned some nonsense about them. So there might be like not like a full bow, but just like kind of like a soft tip.
Respectful head incline.
Yeah, respectful head incline. It will be done, and then I'm gonna get out of her hair because she doesn't look like she really wants us there.
It doesn't look like she likes being up at this hour either.
Yeah.
Like somebody, you just woke up somebody without their coffee, like.
Yeah.
Yep. Let's go before we become the coffee. No.
Yeah. The servant is still standing by the gate and opens it again for you.
And kind of, I don't say anything until we're a good, like, I don't know, 20 feet away from the gate. Okay, so that's a whole new kind of experience, given what we know now.
Certainly.
How you holding up, Amet?
She's fine. I guess she's a little creeped out, which is kind of following along.
Okay. So we're probably not going to need to take all of our gear, just weapons and you know, what healing potions we have left.
Armor and weapons and stuff.
Yeah. Gear up for just in case we have a fight. But you know, we're not going to be camping outside the walls. So
yeah, I guess I'm looking for magical stuff. You say that looking for tracks. Matt's looking for sneaky hidden stuff, and Sterling
the muscle.
Sterling's looking for trouble. Yeah.
While we do those things, yeah. Amet, I don't know if. Yeah, just sneaky hidden things like strange scribblings on the walls that don't look natural, like maybe some sort of graffiti, just anything that's out of the ordinary.
So
I can check the stones in the wall.
Yeah, what is the wall made of?
oh no, it is mostly like wooden palisades.
Okay.
But they're like 15 feet tall, so
You know, big.
pretty big, yeah.
So then I guess we go back to the runner's place and we equip ourselves?
Yep. Geared
Sounds
up.
good. As you guys are gearing up, Tristan comes out of his room, and he doesn't say anything. He doesn't even come into your half of the den. He stays like at the very edge of the experienced runners portion of the den, and just stands there with his arms crossed. Seda, you'll notice at this point that his eyes are red instead of their normal blue.
Yeah.
So he's just doing that weird stuff again.
You okay? Did you get any of the stew? I'm sure there's some left over.
I'm quite well fed, thank you. Just smells trouble brewing is all.
Oh, that's great. Wow. How much trouble? Does it ever give you like a so say because it's like stops, they churn. Like, does it ever give you like a, I don't know, a scale of minor inconvenience to oh my fucking goodness? Like,
mostly casualty count.
oh, okay.
So
Not it.
Reading 36 to 74 abouts. It's never specific as to whose, though.
Well,
You planning something?
we're about to go outside and check the wall.
Should I get ready for something?
Probably just in case. I mean, with that portent you just gave us, that's a gnarly body count. Hopefully it's not our sides.
Yes, well, I know Tristan would rather it was no side.
Yeah, I'm sure he would. I would
Actually,
prefer that as well.
That's the first time you've heard Tristan refer to himself in the third person.
Yeah, that's the voice crack. I'm sure. Well, I'm Seda, if you don't know, or I don't know if you know, but it's nice to meet you.
I do know. Runner Team 2 likes to call me Grin. And he
Grin.
smiles.
That's kind of fun. It's not creepy at all, Seda thinks. All right. Tristan has a hitchhiker.
I'll get ready then.
All right.
And he
I might be like, check with the guards. They can tell you where about they've seen the trouble in the evenings. That might give you at least an idea of where to point yourself.
Right.
All right, and then go about getting ready. Just pretend everything's fine.
You do hear snoring from the fifth room.
Ah, shit.
Oh, well.
Amet, do you want to wake him up and let him know what's going on?
Sure.
Thanks.
I go
Since since Amet is Reese's friend, I figured that would be.
Yes, yes.
Snoring sort of. What? What is it?
Hey, you want to go look at the wall?
Huh. Nobody's ever.
Or just let him. We can have him on the inside if we want, because I don't know that we're allowed to technically.
Nobody's ever asked me to look at a wall before. Sounds fascinating.
Cool. Let's go. Right now.
All right. I should probably put clothes on. Hold on.
Just get up. We're leaving.
And probably, combat gear for reasons.
Bring a sword.
Does this wall fight back?
We are gonna go outside and check the perimeter of the wall for any kind of strangeness. I don't know if you want to come out on the outside of the wall with us or be prepared on the inside of the wall just in case something goes awry. Tristan mentioned that there was basically a foul wind afoot that might have a body count attached to it. So I don't know if you feel more comfortable staying here and helping protect the citizens with the guard or coming out with us.
I haven't stepped foot out these walls in a decade. Sounds like a good time. Even just to take a look.
I nod, continue getting ready.
Yeah, he comes out of his room fully geared. His armor is definitely old and worn. Much more so than the rest of yours. He hasn't gotten replacement armor since the... that's the wrong folder for Rish. But, you know what? Here he is. Carrying around a big old hammer.
Oh shoot! When we're at the house, so legitimately, I think actually this is in character now. Seda goes, "Shit! Didn't ask how Veer was."
Well, you're obviously too creepified.
Managed to mute for the stream, but not for you guys. Sorry.
That's okay.
You survived.
It wasn't that bad of a sneeze.
What?
Not this time. Okay, so you had this realization.
Oh well. I'll have to check when we get back. We got shit to do.
All right, so the 5 of you start heading outside the gate.
I imagine we have to talk to the gate guards.
You do. Tristan is already there having a conversation with them. Well, could be Tristan.
Grid. It could be Tristan. It could be Grid. Who knows anymore?
And you come up just in time to hear. No, we've mostly seen them at the corners of at the corners. At each point where the larger I'm forgetting what it's called. Like the larger palisade is.
Oh, good. So, like the guard towers, like the actual corner towers.
For one.
Mm,
That's...
that's
Though, as sneaky as they seem to be, I wouldn't be surprised if they've been elsewhere as well. Which, given what you've told us, or what we've been told, I don't like the sound of that either.
not at all. All right. Well, it shouldn't take us too terribly long to walk the perimeter. Like what? Probably like 3 or 4 hours doing it, like and actually looking for stuff.
Yeah, I can
Yeah,
do
slow pace.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably still bring the shovels and a wood axe, though, just in case.
Just in case we have to dig. Yeah. If we see any earth that's been disturbed, that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the gate is open for you. Are you going left or right? In other words, left towards the where the river comes in, or right the opposite direction of that.
I'm feeling right. What about you guys?
I mean, we can't cross the river, can we?
I mean, you could.
Well, I
It's
mean,
certainly within your
would it be-
capabilities.
yeah, that's true. We just get wet. So yeah, I guess there's that. So I was like, well, I mean, we could just go to where the river is and then work our way back from there.
Yeah.
That way we didn't have to take a swim.
It's
And
up to you.
if they do get wet, they'll still have daylight to dry off.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll, I guess, left first. Then that way, if we do get wet, we can just dry ourselves. Or we can end our day. We can end our day. We'll end our walk in the water because that seems more logical than starting our day wet.
Fair enough.
To the right.
To the right. All right. Let's see. Yeah, let's get a first hour perception from everyone. All right.
Okay, first one of the session.
Nice. Seda, as you're going around, nobody else seems to notice this, but you find a point where you see what looks like markings in green chalk, written low to the ground, maybe 2.5, 3 feet off the ground.
Is it in Goblin?
It doesn't appear to be a language so much as just like a mark. And then another 5 foot away, you see another one.
Hey guys, check this out right here, and I literally walk up to the wall. I don't touch it, and I point.
And the wall fell down.
And it exploded. Roll a dex save. Oh no!
Oh no! Yeah.
And I point. It's not in Goblin, but it's some sort of marking.
It looks like a circle with a triangle and then a line through it. If that's meant to mean anything or just a symbol, you don't know.
Does it look like anything the thieves would have put?
It does not.
Any language
Good
at
question.
all?
It doesn't look to be a language. It looks like a symbol to denote something.
A circle with a triangle inside of it and a line through all of it, or just the triangle?
Maybe I can draw it for you guys. Maybe that would work.
Well, it's no writing, it's no language because I read all language.
I'm bad at circles. Don't hate me.
It's okay.
It's a goblin. It's a goblin circle.
Shaky hand circle with a mouse.
Okay. Circle, triangle hat.
Yeah.
It's like a. The triangle could be a spike coming out like these logs.
Is the one over next to it the same?
Yep, they're the same symbol, and they're both the point is facing upward.
Do any of the journals have blank pages we could have drawn on?
Yeah.
All right, let's get one of.
Yeah, go ahead.
If we brought one of those along, We could use a writing implement to make a basic outline of the refuge and copy the marks down as well and mark out
put
on
where they're at.
there. Yeah.
Well, I'm
Uh,
not proficient in cartography's tools, but I'm familiar with geography and like land layouts and stuff, so I probably wouldn't be terrible at helping you map out some nonsense.
Are there people on the wall? Guards or whatever?
Every yeah, you're not to that section yet, but yeah,
Okay.
every, I think it's like 500 feet. There's just like one person in the tower keeping an eye out.
Well, just to cover our bases, I will cast Detect Magic.
Here you do not see magic.
It's not magical.
Well, that's refreshing, I guess. Does the ground around it look disturbed? Oh, go ahead, Emmett.
I was just gonna ask if I could look up the wall where it's pointing and see if there's anything.
You sure can't. What the heck?
Oh, nice.
Huh. Hold on, I'm sorry. That's weird. I was trying to get the Lyric's Refuge map for you guys out, and there's just giant green dots on it for some reason.
Oh, weird.
I have no idea where they came from.
Oh, and Mortis was looking at it and he sneezed on it.
Oh, well, dang it.
Jeez, Immortus.
It's gonna be
How rude.
My bad.
sideways.
I'm allergic to
Oh,
lore.
you know what? I totally told you all wrong. You have to cross. You have to cross the river either way.
Oh,
Nice.
because it runs right through the front of the thing. Okay.
Yeah. I brain farted on that one. Here you go.
That's okay.
There you go. That might give you guys a bit more of an idea. You guys can see everything?
Yeah.
And you guys are, like, probably, you know, this is not to scale at all, but let's just call it representative. You guys are probably over here.
I'm okay with that. Yeah, ish. We're in that area.
And then over here is where the next, like, guard post is that would have a scout. That's what each of those are. But, yeah, you look up, and you see, as you look up, actually, give me a perception check, Amet. I don't know if you would just see this. Because I don't actually know what your passive perception is. I need a notebook for that.
14. Or no, that's what. Oh, it is.
It's 10 plus
14.
your... Yeah, so it is 14, so you would have noticed it. Once you actually look up that high, you can see that this one and the other one that are marked, they appear to be like the actual logs that make up the wall in this specific spot. They're splitting from the top down.
Oh, good. I kind of look at Amet. I look up to where she's looking. Oh. Okay. Can we get it on the inside? Like, if we were to go inside the building, is there like a perimeter you can walk, or does the wall not have a perimeter which you can walk?
It does.
Okay.
You definitely could. There's a good 10 feet clearance between the wall and any like person, right? Or not person, house. Why did I say person?
Yeah, basically I'm just asking if I can get up on the wall to check and see if this is like natural damage or if this was done with an implement.
Yeah, they could just be spotting weaknesses.
Yeah.
If you wanted to try and climb the wall, you could.
All right. Guess I'm gonna try and climb the wall. So that is a strength athletics, right?
Yeah. I mean,
Achoo.
usually I let people choose strength or...
Oh.
Yeah, you scale the wall.
Determined. It's kind of like shove my boots in like because it's made of wood, right? Just like in any of like
Yeah.
the fissures between any of the logs. So they probably didn't shape all the logs smoothly. They're just probably tree shaped still. And just kind of like jam in there and just kind of like stick my wrist in like places where it can fit it. Just like jam climb all the way up there and then investigate this split.
Yeah, you get to the top. Nature check.
Okay. Because I climbed all the way the frick up here and I want to do this, so I'm going to use my inspiration.
Yes, do not forget that you all have an inspiration.
And then one more time. Bloop. Okay, well, whatever.
It looks like natural wear to you. It,
Okay.
Just gathering from the situation, they were searching the wall for places where natural wear had occurred.
Okay. I call down as I'm kind of. It's natural wear. It's just wall weaknesses. They're spotting weaknesses in our fucking wall.
Oh no.
I don't like it.
Mm-mm.
Actually, you got to be on a token layer so you can move you. There you go.
I don't land super gracefully when I get down there, but I don't break anything.
Nothing's broken. You just stick your hand on like a sharp rock and you're like, ow.
Kind of over it. This is bad news. It's bad news on top of bad news on top of bad news. I guess we had some good news, but
all right.
okay.
If you continue around for another hour.
Oh, here's a question.
Yeah.
Do we erase the marks?
Ooh.
Why?
Yeah, let's,
Because
we gotta have evidence. We're gonna show them when we're done.
Fair enough.
So they see we're not making this shit up.
Also, at that point in time, do we want the goblins to know that we know what they're doing?
Right.
Also a fair point.
Okay. Let's continue. Oh, this is.
So you
This
guys
is
are
great.
over here now. Give me a perception check along the way.
All right.
Everybody.
Everybody.
E.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can beat my 15.
The,
Meow.
yeah, marks are a little
I
tough
do.
to see.
Not well, but I do. But at least now we know what we're looking for.
Yeah, Ahmet. Perception check. All right, so the next one everyone spots, but you don't spot the mark, Ahmet. Everybody else spots the mark, and all of you spot just below the mark where it looks like there's damage to the actual like wood itself.
Like someone's been nipping at it.
Yeah, they don't look like chop marks. Looks like.
Do you want me to roll a nature check?
Give me a
Whittling,
nature
maybe.
check.
Or survival?
Nature or mostly just nature, actually.
The werebeavers.
The werebeavers.
They don't look like tooth marks. It looks almost like it's been melted away.
Oh, good.
So not burned, just like the wood's been melted away. And you see, like below it, the ground has sort of like started to have been melted away as well.
What the fuck are they doing? Does this have acid?
Arcana, I guess, would also work. Sort of a different angle, but it would also work.
I can also take magic, but I don't think I'm getting any of this.
No, it's not actively magical. It just looks like they've been using something to eat through the wood.
Saboteurs.
Do we know what's on the other side of this spot?
Not off the
It's
top
like
of your
housing.
head. Seda does, though, with the knowledge of maps and stuff and geography. This is part of the housing.
I'm sorry, isn't this where the people live?
Just like on the other side of this is just houses.
This is where people live. Nothing. I would say nothing important, but the people are kind of important. The housing. People are.
Did you say we saw a mark as well?
Yeah, just above it.
This is the same mark.
Does the triangle point down this time?
It does indeed.
Okay.
Is there any leftover stuff from whatever they were melting the wall with?
We'll call that a separate perception check as you're checking the area instead of the wall.
Yeah.
And sort of looking around. I'd say, Ahmet, you find what looks to be a small flask or vial that appears to have some sort of green liquid at the bottom of it,
Been
but not much.
discarded.
Could have been
Goblins are
dropped along the way.
messy.
Or thrown away,
I
dropped.
bring
Maybe they were aiming for the river.
I bring it immediately to Immortus and ask him if he knows what it is.
Ah, a bottle. Yes, made of glass. Looks like the remnants of what I'm assuming some kind of acid or something. Is this really what
You could smell it.
goblins? Yeah, I mean, would goblins make this stuff, or would it have to be supplied by an outside agent?
I don't know. How much do you know about goblins?
I know a lot about goblins.
Yeah, well, I said that like out loud, musing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mm,
Well, do you want me to roll on that?
I mean,
Would it be history or?
I don't know your knowledge of standard 5e goblins versus
Your
what I mean?
goblins?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
Well, the
History would work.
okay, because they're part of my favorite nonsense.
I've got history.
So you would have advantage on that, yeah?
Yeah. Shit, I don't know anything about goblins today.
Goblins
At least not goblin acid.
Not goblin history. Yeah, exactly. Goblin acid. Goblins can be as varied as humans and other creatures. So I mean, if they're gonna have an alchemist, that's possible.
Mm-hmm. I'd say with that role, you'd be kind of like, well, usually they're kind of reckless, but that doesn't negate the possibility of an alchemist.
Yeah. Or maybe they kidnapped one.
Your typical goblinoid is rather reckless. However, these goblins have hidden themselves from us, so they're not your average goblins.
I mean,
It's not.
I wouldn't.
They might be making this stuff themselves, rather crudely, I would imagine. Oh, it stinks.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like goblin make.
It stinks. Yep, that was goblins. All right, I see how it is.
If we piss in this vial for a month, it'll turn into acid. God.
I mean, technically, that doesn't mean it'll help. All right, let's get some more perception checks as you go. For another hour. Actually, this will be perception checks and checks to go through the river, unless you want to do it slowly.
I was going to say, when we get to the river, I'm going to look, because the soil there is going to be softer. I want to, before anyone tramples it, I want to look for tracks.
You're like, whoa, guys.
Sure.
Yeah, hey guys, hold up. Let me check the area for traps. Or tracks, not traps.
Those are different things.
Hey, this has to do with goblins.
It sure does.
Let's see. What do you make? There it is. And I'm proficient with this one. Boop. Boop. 16.
Yeah,
you find goblin feet.
You find some tracks that sort of go around close to the wall, coming from the river, and then going back into the river. Possibly across the river, you can't tell from here.
Yeah, because there's a river in my way. All right, we got goblin tracks. I can't really tell the number of them because mud and yeah, they're on top of each other. Okay, that's great. This is good. It's all making sense. They're studying our walls. There's goblins outside drawing on things, throwing acid at weak spots. To what? Get rid of our defenses versus what? What's coming? Is the vampire lord marching his army this way? Okay.
Certainly groundwork for breaching our walls.
Yep. Okay, how wide is this river?
I mean, at this point, it's probably about 15 feet wide.
Okay. Matt, you could probably just jump it.
How do y'all want to cross?
Well, I mean,
How did we do it last time? Just running and jumping 15
feet. Well,
the
last time it wasn't quite that far, but
it was about
you
10
can.
feet last time.
Yeah, it was only 10 feet, 15 feet. Jumping in D&D is fun. Long jumping. Long jump 5e. Boom.
Heck yeah, let's do it.
All right, your long jump. When you make a long jump, you cover the number of feet up to your strength modifier if you move at least 10 feet immediately before jumping. When you make a standing, okay, we're not making standing long jumps. That's crazy. So, whatever your strength score is, you can do it. This rule assumes that the height of the jump doesn't matter, but if you need to add in height, then you can do a DC strength athletics check to make sure you clear an obstacle. But there's no obstacle to clear. We're just clearing the water.
Goblin piranha people jump out the water as you jump.
Oh no, obstacles!
All right.
You gotta roll DC
Now we're
strength
talking.
checks. Let's do this.
It's a good idea. I should have come up with it sooner.
Right? Fucking piranha goblins. What's a piranha goblin? I don't like this. They already got the teeth for it.
Next time.
Yeah. So I don't know what everybody's strength score is, but
Not a. Yeah, I mean, if you have at least a 15 in strength, you can just jump it, right?
you can just jump it, yeah.
I got a 12. I'm gonna
okay.
try to swim 3 feet.
You jump and you splash into the water, and you're like, I mean, it is running water, so you're like catching yourself along the riverbank, and you pull yourself up, and you're like, ooh, that's cold.
That was an idea.
Hey, but you're on the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's a 14, so I'm gonna like land in the shitty place to land, like on the bank of the river, and I'll probably have to like not lose my balance. Because that's where the water starts to get narrow or like shallow. But yeah, so I just run and jump and is like boots deep into the water on the shore on the other side.
It hurts your ankles a bit, but you're good.
Yeah.
Pull your feet out of the mud and water.
Muck. Try not to lose my boot.
Gotta keep that on. Sterling.
Mm-hmm.
Is going to let Amet go to make sure he doesn't have to fish anybody out.
Amet, you gonna give it a jump? What you doing?
So
What's your
after
strength score?
watching all that happen, I try to like climb against the wall to go over it.
Yeah, I mean, it is a what do you call it? Hold on, like a gate, a rebar gate sort of thing. Great, thank you. That's the word.
Yeah.
You can try to climb along the grate if you'd like. Give me a acrobatics check.
Acrobatics or strength athletics, whatever you want. Oh no.
I'd say right towards the end you start to slip, and you find yourself slipping off the grate and landing butt into the water on the other side.
But you made it.
You're here.
Oh, it's really nice of you. So I'm not the only one wet.
Sterling just jumps the sucker.
Right across.
I'll help him out of the water.
Beautiful. You don't find any more markings for this area, but if you'd like to continue your search for tracks, you may.
Yes.
Now that you're on the other side.
I don't even know if I need to roll a second one. All right.
You never know, but there you go. 24.
Yeah, exactly. I could have criticaled.
You see, on this side of the river, they start to become more clear. They come from off in the distance south. Let me get a nice arrow here. And when they get to about this point, actually pretty much where the token is, some head off that way and some head off that way. Now you can see clearer, especially with the 24, that they are going in groups of 3.
Okay.
If that's helpful information at all.
I mean, it's information.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, if we caught them in the act, it would definitely be helpful.
All right, so they go south and they split off this direction and this direction, or they come from the south and then they split this way to this way and they go around in groups of 3. So when the guard says he's only seeing one, he's not seeing the other 2.
They may be playing with lookout.
Yeah.
Or distraction.
Right.
All right, moving on.
Yeah. Carry on.
For another, I'm gonna say these are half hour, not hour, because that wouldn't make any sense with the time frame we got going on here.
Yeah.
So another bit of a trek.
Perception checks,
please.
or
yeah.
I am on the ball with perception thing.
Me too.
thank goodness that you are, because we all buggered
right.
that
Just
one up.
walking into walls and stuff.
Immortus, you find 2 more of these marks. They are both pointing down, but then they're also scribbled out by another like green chalk. Like somebody was like, no, not here.
Hey, check this out.
We'll go over and look. Oh. Huh.
Scribbled out.
Are there any nature check to look at the stability, or I don't know if it's nature or survival at this point. Look at the stability of the dead wood.
I mean, if you're
Or investigation.
I'd say nature, because there is no like dungeoneering skill in 5th edition, or architecture skill. That'd be neat. Let's have that. Bring that back.
Right.
Yeah.
It would just be an intelligence skill at that point, but yeah.
Yeah, you're looking at it. It looks like what somebody thought was a weakness in the wood was actually just like some black marks of like something, maybe an animal or something rubbing up against the wood.
Ah, okay. So just yeah. Oh, these aren't. So one of the goblins that was doing this isn't the brightest, or mistook some information as damage. It's not damaged.
Okay.
So someone's checking their work.
Let's flash back to the the fact that Rish is with you guys, and he also jumped over the river. He's not just standing over there on the other side waiting for you or anything. He's with you guys. He's mostly just along for the ride, though.
Yeah, he's just on alert, looking out, making sure that we
fair.
don't get attacked by anything.
All right, let's get some more perception checks for the next bit. All right, you... Actually, I mean, I guess I shouldn't have had either Sato or a Met roll, but that's fine. We're here now. You guys come to a point where you see like this 5-foot hole in the wall. It's this 5-foot wide, 3-foot tall.
Oh my god! A goblin-sized hole.
Goblin-sized hole. A 3 side-by-side goblin hole.
That's incredibly concerning.
Cool. Matt, do you want to take a look inside?
Yeah, poke your head in there. Where does this come out at?
Check it
Met was
first.
already halfway in there.
Oh. Make sure there's no traps. Goblins are sneaky.
As
She yells okay and crawls forward.
As you come out the other side, you like run into it just looked like a bunch of leaves, like they were covering up the hole with leaves, and they just fall away.
Oh my god!
You're behind a house. You look either direction. More houses. You're in the larger portion where the housing is, where most of that people live. Actually, almost everyone lives in this small block. It's not that small, but you know.
It is incredibly concerning.
Uh-huh.
I ask Seda if they know who lives there. The closest to the hole.
Yeah, I guess I'll probably. She calls through, and I'm like, I crawl through, and I just like look around, like just get my bearings a little bit. Well, are all the houses like independent, or any of them communal? Like,
It's honestly, it's a mix.
Yeah.
So some of them are like larger buildings with like 3-4 families, and some of them are smaller buildings with just one family.
Yeah. And does anybody of any note live near those walls? Do any of the goblins that we have in town live near here?
Not as far as you're aware.
Okay.
You don't actually know who lives specifically here. You don't.
Yeah.
You don't know everybody in town.
Yeah, I don't know everybody in town.
It's you. You're thinking.
You can go knock.
It's like, knock.
You could go knock on the door of the house and see who lives there.
If 3 goblins in an overcoat answer the door, give us a call.
Run.
All right.
I mean, if we really want to know, that would let us know. Or we could remember the house and check it later when we come back inside.
It's up to you guys. What do you want to do?
I'll crawl all the way through and go with Amet and call back out there. We're gonna go check the house.
Okay.
Would there be any like muddy tracks from this area?
Roll it. Let's see if you find any. There are some tracks, but they're sort of muddied. Not muddied. It's hard to tell because it went from muddy dirt to dry dirt, and it's like all mixing together. The tracks seem to like go up and like peek into windows.
Okay.
And then continue.
So
on.
more of what I'm seeing is like scuff marks along the building that indicate like.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you going to?
It doesn't necessarily look like they're breaking into places. It looks like they're spying.
I wonder if they're looking for something.
Yeah. So I guess let's do a quick little, just like a short, like I want to do a short branch out and check and see which windows looks like they're looking in. Maybe they spent more time at one or marked one of them even.
Not really.
Okay.
It looks like they checked at least one building, at least one window on every building.
Okay.
Did you want to go and knock on that door then?
No, not particularly. Like I don't really see the need to. Like if they're looks like they're spying on people's homes, that's information we have right there, and they did it to multiple houses in the area.
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily think it's the people that they're after. Well, not in that the person is important, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Unless you want to knock them at, we can knock.
Nah.
All right. I take mental note of those buildings.
Okay. All right. So, you guys slip back through and continue on the journey?
Yep.
Actually, are there any like really big rocks around?
Give me a wow, that was great English. Give me a perception check.
Nope.
Not that you see. Like I
Okay.
almost imagine Sterling picking up just like a small rock and be like, "That's not going to work," and dropping it and moving on.
Oh god.
No. But it's what do you want to do?
No, we can move on.
Yeah, let's keep walking the walls and then we'll powwow.
All right, another survival check.
Are we anywhere near the guard tower?
Oh yeah, you're coming around to a guard tower.
Cool. When we get there, I want to wave up and get the guards' attention.
Yeah, go up there and chew those assholes out. What the fuck's going on
No,
down
I
here?
don't want to chew them out. I just want to let them. I want to point over to where the hole is and say breach.
Yeah, she looks over from on top of the tower and she goes, "What? A breach? Where?"
Yeah.
And I give her distance.
Oh yeah, like 30 feet that way.
30 feet that way. Base of the wall.
I'll send word.
Thank you. And then we can continue searching and that kind of stuff, because that needs to be fixed. I don't care if the goblins know.
Yeah.
All right, give me one more check for this section, and then this area is pretty much done. Like half the town.
I spent most of my time talking that time.
Finally, my rolls have run out.
Oh, I was waiting for Sada's roll, and it's right there. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I only got whatever that is, 9.
9.
As you're traveling this way, you see a number of points where it looks like it was marked, and then they tried to damage the wall, and then they removed the mark.
Yeah.
Like maybe this was the section they started on before they were like, find the weak spots.
Ah, okay. Oh, well, that's lovely. So our goblin friends were trying to make the wall weaker, and then gave up and decided just to go for the parts of the wall that were already weak. It's pretty smart, actually.
And now you've come to the other side, the other entrance to the town, which you guys don't get to go to very often. It's like, oh, hi guys! Haven't seen you in a while.
Hello, weird wall.
As you come up to the Lord's Manor, a different problem ensues because this is not a wooden wall. This is solid stone that has been here for like 200 years.
A jillion forevers.
So much. As you're, you can go ahead and give me a perception check, and that'll be this whole section of the wall. Yeah, Immortus and Sterling, the both of you managed to find a place right at let me get my arrow tool out, like right at the bend in the wall here, where it becomes a tower. If you can even see what I'm pointing at, it's not working very well. Where it looks as if they've like scraped away the mortar and have started to like dig through the wall.
Seeing this?
Oh.
Digging on our freaking wall.
Alright, well. Have they breached it?
Not quite, but it doesn't look like it would be too much longer.
Too difficult? Yeah. Alright, well, mark it on the map.
Get another good sitting and they'll get through. Next up, perception check. From here to here.
Now that I know what I'm looking for.
Yeah, as you go through, it doesn't seem like there are any more scrape marks or anything. This is a much harder wall to penetrate, so they probably
picked one point, yeah.
Yeah, that they're focusing on. And we can easily just get the last set. You guys hop on over, as you did, and just for the sake of expediency, we continue around the wall. Second to last perception check, I think, before we are done.
Oh, wait, that's performance. My bad.
Immortus just bursts into dance.
Yeah, start dancing a little jig.
He was getting bored.
You're not finding any more through here. And the last one, as you guys come up on the gate again.
Man, my perceptions have been garbage. Technically, I rolled twice. Sorry, my bad.
Ahmet, you find another spot. This one also similarly, like, fully burrowed through, like the one you found earlier.
Oh no.
This one's a little bit better hidden, actually. It's got like the leaves laid down over it on both sides. This one's also relatively close to the runner's den.
Right behind the guard post.
Well, I guess we're want to crawl and check this one out.
Once again, I'm already
In the
almost
hole.
in there
That's fantastic.
before I even tell anyone.
You go ahead and roll me another perception, actually. All right, just enough. You, as you're looking around, you see a patch of dirt that looks freshly dug. Relatively close to the wall, like right next to it, if that catches your attention at all.
Yeah, I go over to check it out.
You go get a shovel.
Do you want to investigate it?
Yeah.
Or just dig with your hands.
Got
Well,
shovels.
do I have my shovel on me?
I mean, you guys, one of you said bring the shovels, so I just assumed everybody had their shovel.
Oh, okay.
And you're the, was it you or Seda that had the hand
Okay.
shovel?
Seda.
I have the big one.
Yeah, no, I was going to crawl through after she had passed on the other side, so Seda pops out.
Yeah, as
You have
as Emmet's like kneeling next to this dirt. With your passive, you definitely notice that it's recently disturbed and.
Okay. Just wordlessly grab my hand shovel. Be very careful.
Landmine. No.
I don't know. It could be alchemist fire or some bullshit. You know.
You dig it up and you find what appears to be a satchel full of bottles.
Mm.
When you call it, you call it.
This is where the plot thickens.
When you called
Okay.
it, you called it.
Okay.
There are
So-
8 of them. You have 8 vials of alchemist fire.
Jesus. I didn't mean to say this. Like, I didn't mean to be right. I wanted that to be a joke.
I think we have a spider midst, gentlemen. I'm kidding.
You're kidding.
Okay. Holy crap. There could be more of these hidden throughout the town.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, I think we have to report in. We got a big
Yeah.
stack of intel.
Yep. Yeah, I want to look for tracks. That seems pertinent.
All right, roll me tracks.
Wow, that's not.
Roll
that,
me your
my,
tracks button.
My thing went kabonkers. Okay, yeah, not very good. A 9.
You don't find any other tracks than like what your typical
Yeah,
travel would be. Also larger than goblin feet.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's
the runner's
mixed
den
in.
is a relatively active area, so it makes sense
Yeah.
that it'd be. Okay, well, I guess technically we don't even need to go around to the gate. Let's just go to the guard shop. Guys, meet us at the door. I call
Let's go.
through the hall.
Let's go in through the hole and then come up behind the guard and be like, "Hey, guards, what's up?"
I don't know that Sterling will fit.
Real quickly, guys, I'll be right back. Figure out what you guys want to say to the guards and stuff.
Okay.
Super quick.
So Seda bends down and calls through the small hole. Go ahead and go walk around the gate in the front. I'm gonna go to the guard's direction this way.
Aye.
Should
Go ahead.
should we tell them about all the passageways?
Yes.
We shouldn't use one.
Yeah.
I feel like having one as a trap maybe might be nice.
Well, yeah. If you want to catch these goblins coming back in and interrogate them, trap, stake out
Yeah.
stuff. But
So let's What if
Okay.
we take some vials,
mhm.
fill them with a liquid that matches this, but it's not, like, it's harmless, and we bury it here,
Mm.
So that
and then we
same color.
recover the hole and leave it. So
And
they're
watch.
just throwing colored water.
I mean, the glass will probably still hurt, but
They're gonna
It's a
throw
lot.
them at buildings, not at people.
Yeah. They want
We
to
should
torch
see if
the
we
torch
can
the town.
get a guard posted.
We don't need to get a guard posted. I mean, it's right here behind the runner's den. I'm sure we have enough people we can talk to about keeping watch.
yeah.
I have returned.
Oh hey.
Oh, hey.
So, we would like to place the leaves back on this hole.
Okay.
We're not going to tell the guards at the guard post about it.
Okay.
Maybe Sterling might. Sounds like.
Well, I had to crawl back out the outside and to put the leaves back and muss up the ground so there's no tracks.
So is this something you guys decided?
We were talking about it before you got back, and then we're also talked about possibly getting some vials and making some fake
Alchemist fire.
alchemist fire and burying it back in that hole again.
All right. So let's do this then. Y'all heading back through the gate then?
Sterling,
Excuse
do
me?
you have it? Do you have to Sterling say anything? He said, and Sada's gonna just stop and stare.
Even if we intend to turn it into a trap, I think we should still tell the guards.
Do you trust everyone who lives here?
Oh, darn it.
If you had said yes, I would have agreed with you. but I don't trust everyone who lives here. I don't know what that vampire could be offering these goblins or possibly offering them to give someone else. I don't know what kind of mental manipulation could be going on here. I don't know. Over past the fact that I spend every waking moment with you guys pretty much, I don't know who we can trust.
I certainly wouldn't mind to have a bolt hole that we can leave the town in if we need to.
Yeah, that
And the
also is
information
nice.
on the town was too
That's what I was
complete to not
thinking.
have someone inside.
Yep. So
Alright.
we'll tell them about the one hole that we found, and then we're also going to need to scour the town, the edges of the town, to look for more hideaway satchels of explosive death.
Yeah.
Should we tell them about this hole and not the other? Or we already talked about the other hole. Never mind.
Yep, this is the hidden hole. We're gonna get some, I don't know, dye. You said your mom's a painter. We can make some water that's this color, and put it in some vials, and then bury it back in the ground.
Yeah, I'll ask her about it.
So that's the plan. We're gonna tell them about everything else but this hole.
Okay. Including the
guards,
alchemist fire
anyways.
in the ground.
Yeah. Well,
Okay. Well,
I think I would, in order to keep this hole not unknown by the people on the hole.
We didn't say that we found this on the other hole.
I would say we should look for other places of this elsewhere, and then we can bring up the fact that we found some.
Sure.
And
Alright.
just leave this hole out of existence. Basically, is what I'm saying.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yes,
and if we don't,
Go ahead.
go now. Go ahead. I'm done.
Oh, I was going to progress, so if you're not done, you got to be not done.
I'm done.
Okay.
I'm done.
I'm quite done.
So, you come to the gate, and they open it for you, as you do, and you meet them in the guard tower. I forget what I called it. That thing.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all have a conversation.
We tell them the bad news.
Absolutely. The question is, from here, I'm going to drop you back over here. From here, where do you go? You inform them of the situation.
Yep. Of the weaknesses of the hole on the far side of town. And mention that we have plans to scour the inside of the wall as well.
Okay. And do you inform the stewards as well?
I imagine we could inform them on our way that direction, because we gotta do the walls anyways, right?
Yeah.
Scour the wall as you go.
Yeah. Because I'd rather have a full kit of information to give them as opposed to we did the outside and found some weird shit on the inside and didn't look at all of it. Oops, our bad. If you want to just fast track that and or role play the whole thing, I'm okay with that. But we could just make rolls and stuff, and you could say what we find at the end if you wanted to.
Let's do it this way. Yeah. So you guys, as you're taking time to scour the interior wall, let's say you go much the same path that you did outside. By the time you are halfway done, you've found one other thing of alchemist fire, and it's nightfall.
Okay. That
so where you want to
other
go from
thing of alchemist
here,
fire will probably go after finding. Is it another 8 vials and a thing in the ground?
Yep.
We need to make, if we're going to make fake alchemist fire, it probably needs to happen. We don't know when these creatures are going to strike. And we need to tell the steward what we found. And as soon as possible. So I don't know who wants to go to the steward. I don't know, Amet, if you want to go ask your mom if she can make fake vials for us.
This but fake.
This but fake.
So would I just go ask her then?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. I'm like, if you so Sada's asking, do you want to go do that now? Does anyone want to go with Amet? And who wants to go talk to the steward? And does anyone want to continue scouring the walls? Because at this point we might be mildly on a timetable. We don't know if it's going to be tonight. We don't know if it's going to be tomorrow, but they do come out at night and they do start doing things at night. So
I'll go talk
Can I-
to the steward.
I'll help you
Can I bring
continue to
Reach?
scour the town.
And what was that, Matt?
Can I bring Reach?
Sure. Reach will go with you. All right, we can start with that as you head to meet your mom.
and I did give you a vial.
Yeah.
You know,
vial.
for color sampling.
This,
Oh.
but that doesn't explode.
It doesn't explode.
The one she
Oh.
gave you does. You're asking your mom to make ones that don't.
Oh. I'm just holding it very carefully the whole time.
Like, oh my god.
Don't stick it in your box. Just not this time.
No.
Don't drink
Not
it.
this time. Can't say I've ever met your mother.
Yeah, she's cool.
Cool. Is she the one that does all the paintings? I hear you talk about that a lot.
Yeah, she's really good at it. She saved me from being executed by painting something.
Oh. Now see, that's a skill. Paintings that save
So
lives.
hopefully she can fake.
Yeah. So, the two of you reach your mom's house, and do you knock on the door? You've got this thing in your hand that you don't want to explode.
Well, I guess I would just walk in, right? It was my old home.
Perfect.
I just kind of announced that I've come home.
All right. Push the door open, and we'll let that sit. We'll cut over to Immortus. You are once again at the gate to the Lord's Manor, and after knocking for a minute or two, the same servant comes and lets you in.
Where's the boss? Just wait, steward. All right.
And they point you towards the sewer house, which I imagine. Actually, I can't say I imagine you knock. I don't know for you. Do you knock?
Oh yeah, I knock. I saunter around like I owned a place.
You hear the voice of Lycus.
Lycus.
Come in.
All right. Well, got bad news, Lycus.
You see Senin standing in the doorway to the kitchen, very ominously looking at you.
You look delicious.
I guess we maybe made a map or something to show this stuff, right?
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
Yes.
Then I'll lay it out. It's like, all right, well, right here, we've had goblins marking some physical weaknesses in our walls, natural ones, splits in the woods. Over here, they've been melting the wood underneath this guard tower. And then we found an actual hole in the wall right here next to this guard tower. We found some alchemist fire buried in the ground inside our walls. And then over here, right next to our old, our vampire lord's castle, they're digging through this corner wall right here.
You should also have that sample of acid.
Yeah, and yeah, I do. And I kind of, put them all on the table as I'm explaining. So, these goblins are running around the walls.
In the Lord's
Them
wall,
up.
where? Senin says as she leans over your shoulder.
Right here, and I point. I'm pointing at my desk, like you can see me. Right here, the mortar was chipped away. It's not breached yet, but it looks like a few more nights' work, maybe even one full night's work could breach it.
I don't like that
We
at all.
think if they're stashing alchemist fire inside the walls, the town's mostly wood. Seems like they're gonna want to torch the place. So yeah, bad news.
Senan looks at Lycus and she goes, "I'll look at this spot in the wall." And she walks out the door. Lycus looks at you and he goes, "All right. Here's a message to relay to your friends. The rest of
All right.
Runner Team 3. You leave in the morning to track this camp down. Diplomacy is always preferred, but you can see like he's struggling. That is not
Like he
the
had.
order given this time.
It's not the order. I understand.
The Lord wants this threat eradicated swiftly. You understand?
Sounds good to me. Oh, jackpot.
Oh,
We lost Sketch.
Sketch will be back, I'm sure. Thank you for bringing this to our attention.
No problem.
You best get going. You're going to need rest for tomorrow.
And I do like a little side tip of my head. I believe. Tell the team.
All right.
Awesome.
What was that?
I said awesome.
You head out. The servant that was standing there by the door is gone, and the door is only a crack open. I keep saying door, it's a gate.
Hey, where'd Jeeves go? Well,
Who are you asking? The gate?
Just looking around, talking to the
Yeah.
wind.
say to myself. That's for the audience's.
Enjoyment.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you step out the gate and pull it closed behind you then? Or just leave it
Mhm.
open?
No, I'll put a clothes behind me.
Alright.
We got goblins running around. We don't want to leave anything open.
Too true. Alright, so we'll swing over to Seda and Sterling searching the rest of the town. I'd say between the two of you, you are relatively certain that you find two more. So that's a total of...
Good lord.
That is
Still in sets of 8.
What?
Four sets of 8.
Yes, that is the case.
Oh my gosh.
And they are spread close to, but not quite at each corner of the town.
Okay.
Because the town's not exactly a square, so it's kind of
Yeah.
hard to do corners.
8 vials of alchemist fire at each corner. This is bad.
Yeah.
Although part of me really likes the idea of replacing it with water, and that way, just in case something does go awry, that they're just throwing water vials at the houses. All right. Kind of heft this bag. Oh my god, that's terrifying. Like what this. I look at Sterling. You do realize if anything were to go wrong in this exact moment right now, us and this whole entire corner of the town would be obliterated. And I kind of just gently carry the bag over my shoulder.
The Santa Claus of Hellfire.
With like a jaunty little tip to my step.
Scary thought. Where are you headed?
Let's just unnerve the paladin, yes.
I don't necessarily know that I know where Amet lives, but I'm gonna go in the. Actually, the painter. I imagine we only really have one, right?
Well, you have one,
Well,
like the painter, right?
Yeah.
Have
So
you
then,
been to the tavern before?
yeah.
Then you might know that she lives above it.
Oh, right. Yeah, no, that's actually fairly understandable knowledge. So yeah, we head towards the tavern
Hmm.
because we gotta put some green vials in the ground.
It's good timing for us to swing back to Amet. So you walk into your house with this very large man behind you who's like waiting at the threshold of the door, like leaning in, looking around.
Well, I assume the brewer would know him, but I'm not sure about the mother.
I don't think so. Not unless your mom frequents the tavern.
I think she's mostly like a outside painting buildings or up in the apartment.
Yeah. So probably not. So he's just like leaning in, like waiting to cross the threshold until he's invited in.
Oh, I just kind of say, "Come on," and then I yell out for either one of them.
I think your mom is probably like as you yell out, you hear from behind you, like in her what's more or less her studio, right? Amet, is
Yeah.
that you?
Uh, yeah, I had a question for you.
Well, come on in.
So I go into the studio still like gently carrying this fire in my hand.
Cradling this glass of destruction.
I'm
Huh.
like, don't mind what this is, but could you make me a fake one?
Okay, now roll dex.
Uh, something that looks like it. You mean? What do you call it? Like a prop version?
Yeah, but it's gotta be convincing.
But not too convincing.
Um,
And then we get them all mixed up.
how
Ba-da-da-da-da-da.
long do I have? And do I have access to those vials like that?
Yeah, that was a thing we're gonna have issues with. We need glass.
Can we just empty these ones?
It's a good
You
question.
hear a long from behind you, and your mom goes, "Oh, who's that?"
Sorry, that's just really hilarious. It's good. It's good. Sorry, continue.
I introduce them.
Hi. Yeah. I don't know how. Actually, I don't know if we can dump those out. We should ask Seda. Um, I'll go find Seda. And he
Okay.
turns and like walks out.
And runs me
Quickly.
over.
and I think like as he gets to the base of the stairs to the second floor, there you and Sterling are. And he's like, "What? I was just looking for you."
Oh, good. Now I can't get away.
Fortuitous, I suppose.
Can we dump these out and use these vials?
Ooh. Does it have to be thrown? My brain's like, is there a magic incantation? Do you just pop the cork and throw the fucker? Like,
Is it the impact or is it touching the air?
yeah, is it the impact or well, if it's touching the air, like if you say like if it's touching the air, then opening the bottle would blow it up. Oh, huh.
At
That
that
would make it
moment,
very. That would make it very hard to make the stuff.
well, might want to give Amet an answer before she pops the cork.
Yeah.
I'm like upstairs fiddling with the top.
The cork party,
Just
y'all.
pulling it. This thing. You got a bottle opener?
So do we ever get do we ever use potions or anything? I don't know that like because I know we use health potions.
You know there is an alchemist that works in the same building as Alexi, like at the back of it, that you could ask.
Yeah.
Probably go talk to them.
Yeah.
If I could remember
We
their
probably
name.
should go talk to the alchemist. That would probably be an excellent idea. And if we can dump them out, cool. But if we can't, then we're going to need to find a bunch of glass vials to replace these with. The color match doesn't need to be perfect because it's going to be dark, which actually might help us even more. And we know they're going to be digging at least one more night. So we have some time. Not a lot, but some, if we all work together. Okay. So I'm going to run upstairs.
Do we know that? And he looks at you, Sterling. Do we know that?
I think we're just hoping that at the moment.
Well, they haven't... I don't want to yell it. Just a second. I run upstairs. Probably not. We might be able to... And I kind of bumped in. I'm like, sorry, madam. Annette, hi. Don't open it just in case. I want to go talk to the alchemist and see what they say officially on that first.
She looks disappointed, but puts it back down.
Oh.
And I'll see about getting containers for him if we can't empty them.
Well, this looks like it's going to be an eventful night, doesn't it, Amet? And she smiles at you.
Ignorance is bliss.
Yeah. I imagine like it's getting late. Like it's past closing time. So you get to the supply quartermaster, and you're like pounding on the door. Seda,
just knocking.
And you hear the the familiar clops of Alexi's hooves on the wood. And the door opens. What can I help you with?
I don't say anything. I just hold up the vial.
What is?
And then, yeah, lots of it. How does it work?
Come on. Noella should still be awake.
I imagine at this point, Immortus is probably caught back up with us.
Yeah, I was about to ask Immortus where he went. Did he go back to the runner's den?
I've probably been wandering around the city looking for him. I probably went back to the runner's den, then maybe chilled in like the town center for a bit, see if I could catch him crossing, and then started systematically going down. So wherever I fit in, toss me.
Yeah, I think you probably see Seda like running, but you can't quite catch them, so you're like running behind Seda. And as Seda's like showing this vial to Alexi is when you come up behind them.
All right. Cool, huh?
I mean, yeah, sure. So we go back in with them.
Yeah, I'll go get Noella.
I'll close it. I look as I close the door. I look out in the street. I'll conspiratorially close the door.
I can picture it. Yeah. So
look at my goblins.
A high elf woman comes in from the next room. She looks like she's like in her night outfit for the evening, and she looks at the both of you. Unless you're like still holding up this vial, she's like, Alexi said you needed help with something.
And then I produce, then I show the vial, because I probably have it in my hands, and I hold it up, and like, we found, someone math for me, how many vials of alchemist fire did we find? 8 times 4?
32.
16. Wait, yeah.
32.
We found approximately 32 vials of alchemist fire hidden throughout the town. We have them all currently, but I want to know how it works because we are going to try and replace them with fake ones. That way, just in case the people doing it happen to get in and do what they're going to do, they won't actually have any fire.
Missing pieces, but it doesn't sound like you have time to fill in the blanks. Come with me. And she takes you to another room where you see a whole lot of like alchemist equipment, as well as what looks like a large ceramic tub.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, "Now, I believe you want to fill those with something that will not explode on impact."
Yes, but we don't know if we can just dump this out. If we pop the cork, is it touching the air that does it, or?
Oh no, it is the impact, but
Okay.
I still would not recommend pouring it out quickly.
Okay, because friction.
Indeed. So,
I know how to start a fire with a piece of stick.
Let me
Okay.
offer up a different alternative just for briefly. I just got the order to go torch these goblins tomorrow morning. So
We're not going to need 32 vials of this to torch the
Okay.
goblins.
all right,
And
I'm just saying.
but what if they come here while we're sleeping tonight?
Absolutely, I'm just offering the data.
I'm
Okay.
not sure we'll be able to get that many tonight.
Yeah.
well,
And then I go to and I start inspecting all the cool stuff in the alchemist lab while listening.
well, if you look at this basin, there's multiple smaller containers at the base of it.
Mm-hmm.
Each of those should roughly be enough to hold one of those alchemist fire.
Okay.
Try not to overfill it. Again, friction and all.
Mhm.
I'll give you a hand, and we can get all these emptied out. And you can use the vials for the fake ones.
Mm-hmm.
And well, then I'll have a whole lot of alchemist fire. I'll have to find something to do with.
Well, I mean, I guess inversely, we don't have to put them back, but I feel like it just.
No, yeah, I'm with you.
Okay. Because it would lead to confusion, and if the enemy is confused, then there's more opportunity.
Worst case scenario, if they know it's a ringer, then they'll call off their attack, which is still a win.
Also,
All right, pouring out alchemist fire. Let's do this.
again,
Yes.
missing information here, but if anything is amiss, they're more likely to attack, are they not? Believe they've been discovered?
And I don't want them to have the alchemist fire on hand. I don't want to just leave it there. So I put something in its place. That way they don't know. So we know, but they don't.
Indeed. All right, so you take the time to fill these small containers in this basin, and you notice, like at the center, there's a blocked off hole for each of these small, almost like miniature basins inside a larger basin, right?
Like the little jugs down at the bottom, yeah.
And they're like faucets that come out the side. So it's neat. It's interesting, but you managed to get all
terrifying.
all 32 in there, and there's still like 4 spaces, so it was a little bit bigger than what you had. So that's good. And now you've got 32 empty alchemist fire vials.
All right. So
All right.
I suppose we need to gently run all these glass vials back to the painter.
Be sure to stop in and buy something.
Oh, yeah. Actually, it's a good idea.
Hey, you're running a sale on alchemist fire? I say with a wink.
She chuckles.
Thank you. I'm sorry for the late entry, but thank you for your help. I will be more pleasant next time we meet.
Good luck.
And then kind of just take off. She's just standing there like, what the fuck am I going to do with this? Other than explode.
Well, if she rebuttals them, we can use them on the goblins.
Yeah.
All right. So, Ahmet, you've at this point been sitting in your house with Sterling and Rish for probably the last 20 minutes, half an hour. Your mom is doing what she normally does, painting. What have you been doing in this time period?
I've been arm wrestling them.
Oh, that's going to be a trip. Okay.
Do some rolls. Roll.
All right. So let's
Fan service.
let's start with Ahmet versus Sterling. Athletics, please. Just roll your athletics. Let's see what we got.
Reach gives you intimidation attempt while you're.
Oh.
Sterling ends up very surprised.
She's been practicing.
See?
All about technique.
Reach
Timing
is
and
like,
distraction.
see? Do you see what I mean?
I don't even know how she did that.
Exactly. All right. Ahmet and Rish. Do I have Rish's character sheet up? I do.
Oh my gosh.
That was the noise that he made when he is.
Beautiful. I don't know how she does it. I don't know. Every time. And Mortis and Seda come in just as the two of them are trying to figure out how Ahmet won. So how do you think she did it? Is it like a locking of the elbow? Like, what is it?
I'm not sure if it's the ankle or if she's just...
Obviously, she prays to the god of arm wrestling.
What?
Is which one is that? I'm not familiar with this
I
guy.
think his name's Stallone.
Of course. Yes, of course. All right. So, go ahead.
We've got the vials.
I believe that would be my cue then. I've been thinking about it, and this shouldn't be any problem at all. How quickly do you need them?
As quickly as possible, and we can help.
2 hours ago.
Then it's good all five of you are here. Let's get started. I will show you what to do.
Do you need one of us to run and get water or something?
Yeah. Better we move to a place with water.
Okay.
Listen,
Meet by the river. And she looks to start collecting up some like dyes.
Mm-hmm. And I give everybody a set of vials because I don't want to carry all of these glass bottles in.
Fair enough.
All right. Here we go. All of you meet down by the river, and over the course of the next 45 minutes, maybe an hour, you dye to her specific instructions, and by the end of it, you notice, oh yeah, that looks just like alchemist fire.
Mm-hmm.
She's apparently very good at this.
There's this, like, as you pick it up, there's like this moment where you're like, am I sure this won't explode? Maybe too good.
While we're working, I'll inform them on the plan. So we got our orders. Tomorrow morning, we're going to march out and march on the Goblin tribe.
Okay.
Diplomacy is not an option. That's what he said, right? He said usually it's an option, but not this time, correct?
He said diplomacy was not the orders this time.
Yeah. We're not ordered to talk to him. We're ordered to take him out.
Okay. Well, I mean, we're preparing to burn us down. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm not disputing. Yeah, I'm not disputing the orders. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah.
Maybe we should check in the morning if that alchemist fire has been rebottled.
Or just find a jar. Get an alchemist jar. A jar of alchemist fire.
Jug
Whatever
even.
works.
A jug. Ooh, a jug.
That's a big boom. So,
Just throw it down their hidey hole.
Yeah, just pour it down like ants.
Rish goes, I'm relatively certain I'm not meant to go with you on this mission.
Well, yeah, I would think someone would want to stay behind just in case the goblins do like attack or something while we're out.
And start throwing glass vials
Yeah,
of water at the houses.
You can take a few goblins, I assume. You're pretty big. Probably put them in your pocket.
Not
All the
the.
houses are gonna be green.
Only for a little while until it rains.
It's more the issue of I'd be afraid that no one was here and literally anything happened.
Yeah. No, you
Yeah.
need to stay here. With
After meeting
Tristan.
I'm not sure how I feel about that young man.
He is for the city, at
He
least.
wouldn't have made it where he is if he wasn't at least useful to the town. That's for certain.
Besides, you're gonna have to tell Sada's parents where we're at when they come home.
This is like as you guys are mixing the dye and
Yeah.
it's like that's true. And certainly he'll
We
be
wouldn't
home
want
soon.
we wouldn't want them to worry.
Yeah, no, wouldn't want them to worry.
Also just I don't know that I'm officially part of the team yet.
Oh, like officially, yeah, true. And they usually only send out reserve members like per specific order, and I don't want you to get in any more trouble.
Yeah.
Amet's mother. I'm terribly sorry. What is your name?
What is your mother's name, Amet?
I have absolutely no idea.
Mom. She's one of those who just
Yeah.
wants to be called Mom.
Oh, I thought you had it written down because oh no.
Oh, her parents don't have a name.
Huh. Let's see.
Quick, somebody come up with a name.
Is
Mum.
she human? Mum.
Yeah, would you like her to be human or is she also
Tiefling.
tiefling? Tiefling?
Mhm.
Let's see. Oh, is that gonna do it? There we go. Let's see. And your name is Amet, so she could be like
A mom.
Amat. Amat.
How's about we do this? It's a little bit past break time, so we go on break and
Ooh,
we'll have
and
it
think
when
of
we
a
come
name while
back.
we're on break. Yeah.
All right, y'all. So
Okay.
we're gonna go on about a 10-ish minute break. I'm gonna go ahead and run an ad to disable pre-rolls because those suck, and we'll see you in just a
They
bit.
do.
Enjoy the music.
Let's see.
All right, I'll be back. 10 minutes.
Okay.
I need Stream Deck so I can just like press a button to play the music instead of having to do all this.
Oh snap! Right, that'd be useful. Let's see.
All right, and I will be right back.
Let's see. Amet. Let's look at. Let's do this. Ribu. Senate. Riba. Tikar. Oni. Bone. Nuba. Well, Ebony's a pretty name. A rat? No. A rat. Let's see. Thank you. What about Aquila? All right, I'll also be right back.
Ditto.
Do you have any peanuts?
All right, back.
Welcome back.
Akila?
Whittles.
Akila?
That's how I think I would do it. It's like Ki, K-E, and then La. Or it could be Akela also.
What are you eating?
A radish.
Oh.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
A very crunchy radish.
Let me know how you go.
I like the ones with lime.
I've never
Fuck
liked
me.
lime.
What? Crazy talk.
Lime is so... I don't know. Just not a fan. Enjoy. I really try not to eat too many of these, but sometimes you're just like, I want it.
My weakness is like the... Is it Tim's? No, it's not Tim's. It's
What, the tacos?
Tom.
Oh god, Takis burn my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
You're too strong. No, the kettle chips, the jalapeno kettle chips. Those are my weakness.
Yeah. Those make you super thirsty.
Yeah, and too many of them sometimes just like your mouth is on fire.
the like hot talkie ones. They like blister my tongue for some reason. It's like what?
Oh, dude. Yeah, they're intense.
Takis are delicious.
They're good, but like I can't do more than like a couple.
I don't even think it's because
Oh,
they're
yeah.
hot. I think it's something that's in it. Because other
Yeah,
foods
it's
do
the-
that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the weird vinegary, almost like sauce that they do to get
Yeah.
the flavor on there.
That stuff. They're not bad though. Is everybody back, or are we still missing Val?
Yeah, I think we're missing Val.
Oh, well then
Yeah.
we can't go yet.
Damn it all.
Let me close this up. Hold on. Oh. Well, I haven't been muted this whole time on stream. Hello, everyone. I'm still here.
We've been here the whole time.
So, if everyone's ready,
Roger.
Roger.
Yes.
sketch.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Then we are back. Hello, everyone. So it is currently, in game about, 9:30 at night, and you guys are by a river making fake alchemist fire.
But as soon as we get 8 done, Seda would probably recommend that either Amet or herself or their self go and put that in one of the locations.
Probably one of the ones next to one of the holes.
Yep.
All right. So did you come up with a name?
Did you guys think of any?
I posted a couple in our Discord.
Oh. I like the Akela one.
Akela it is.
Okay, there we go.
Was there
Thanks.
something you wanted to say to her? Seda, is that what you're asking?
Yeah, I was actually just wanted to know their name because we kind of just started working.
Which, with the urgency of the situation, I think is totally fair. But
Oh yeah, totally. But while working, I just Amet's mom. What is your name? I'm sorry.
I'm Akela, and you are?
I'm Seda. My parents are
Seda.
runners. I've been a runner for a while. Oh, well, I mean, I've been there a while.
So she
I mean,
you see this like look of recognition when you say your name, like she's heard your name before.
Mm.
What was that?
That's it.
No,
Like, oh.
I don't know who it was started. To
I think
say
it was
that.
Immortus.
I'm Immortus. I volunteered.
Huh. Interesting. And you are? She looks at you, Sterling.
I'm called Sterling.
Interesting. Well, strange way to meet all of you, but it's good to meet you.
And thank you for your help. This could be saving lives. Actually, it 110% is saving lives.
Well, I'm always happy to help. And if you need more, be sure to ask. And she looks at Amet when she says that.
You come by and visit me every once in a while, won't you?
Would we have talked more about that book we were talking about? Like, should I ask her?
It's up to you.
I mean, if that's something you'd bring up right now, I mean, we're all just kind of like, hey, we're just going to fill these files up. It's fine. The goblins aren't going to kill us. So, I mean, that'd be kind of a good conversation to have while we're doing this.
Yeah, I imagine it got quiet for a little bit, so I bring it up.
And which book was that specifically?
The nature guide book.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Well, she's like, if you need help, ask for help, and you're like, well, I need help with this. It's a good transition. Oh, of course.
I mean, hey, sure enough.
If you bring me references to paint from, I can certainly do that. And
We can give you some ration tickets extra or some scrap or something if you need it for your efforts.
not particularly. I'm actually rather well taken care of, considering how much the Lord likes my paintings.
Okay, that's thank you. That's extremely generous of you.
Plus, I'm always happy to help, and I like to save lives, and this certainly seems like something that could. Don't you think?
Yep. I'm kind of wishing it would have been a lot shallower of a learning curve, having something like what we want to make when I started.
Annette just kind of mutters to herself, should have taken those spiky mushrooms.
Love it. Well, and you hear a thunk. That's the last one.
And now we just gotta put them back. Okay.
Well, this has been quite the experience.
Thank you for all of your help tonight.
You're practically a runner.
Not a dream I ever had.
It's not all bad out there. Some of the trees are really cool.
I'm sure there's a lot of inspiration to be found beyond these walls. But not sure it's time to go out there yet. For me, anyway.
Maybe someday.
Maybe. Good night. And good luck.
Sleep well. Yeah.
Ah,
We have it.
one can hope. One can hope. All right. So, you place the fake alchemist fire in its places, in some holes.
We bury them.
Yep.
All right. You, I imagine, all go to bed. Absolutely.
Yep.
You're asleep.
I mean, I don't know if we're paranoid enough to set up a watch.
Where are you gonna watch? Like just out your front door? Are you gonna go sit on the wall?
Out the window.
Just like somebody creepily staring out a window?
All night. Take turns staring out into the hall window.
Maybe with an unsettling smile on their face. I don't know.
I don't know, maybe. I think. Yeah, we did a lot today. I feel like sleep would be something easy to do, but Sada would probably run it by. Do you guys want to set up a watch tonight,
Oh,
or rely on the guards?
I think we can get the guards to go do some work. No sense in us doing everything around here. What do you guys think?
Considering we don't actually know where the den is tomorrow, we probably do need our sleep.
All right, so you all settle in for a night's rest. It's it's like a pitch dark night. There's no moon. Not anymore. There was when you were out at the river. That's weird. Suddenly, your sleep is shattered by the sound of a bell. the village's
Uh,
or the town's alarm bell.
I should have made that watch.
The one that says attack has come. It's maybe 30 minutes past midnight.
All right.
Get armor on.
Yep, gear up.
Yeah, you can hear the clunking of someone falling out of bed and then like pulling armor on while still on the floor. But it is up to you what to do and where you go from here.
I'm gonna go directly out back to that hole in the wall.
I'm gonna follow the person who left.
Can you guys
That
give
would
me
be-
2 seconds? There appears to be an error here.
And I will oh hey, Sterling.
Yeah?
What is your armor again? It's heavy armor, right?
It's heavy armor.
Stuff takes like what, 10 minutes to put on by yourself?
Yeah.
5 with help? Do you lock your door at night?
Considering the stuff we had going on, no, it isn't.
Cool. The door is thrown open. And Sadie just
Need a hand?
barges in and is like not even really paying attention to anything other than like your armor initially. So I don't know if you put your helmet on first or if you have like
It's
what
dark.
It's dark. What state of
it's
dress
dark.
you're in? It's dark. I just bust in and like I'm helping you put your armor on. Don't even argue. You have no arguments will be made.
Oh, okay, whatever.
All right.
And now it takes less time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so 5 minutes before all of you, well, let's try this differently. Amet and Immortus, are you waiting for the other two?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, you could always go look out windows or something, or like
Yeah, I'm not leaving.
There's, like-
I'm not leaving the area around our house. I might get my stuff together, and then kind of like walk around, check what they're doing. They're putting the armor on. All right, I'm just gonna kind of walk around, look out the windows, pace around,
Okay.
be alert.
You peer out the window. Give me a perception check.
Oh, gladly do that.
Surprisingly, not at disadvantage. There's light coming from somewhere. You don't see much though. You're looking out. You see shapes, movement, maybe humanoid, some smaller ones. Yeah. Can't tell. Running. Still a bell going off. Well, it's probably fine.
I don't think it's fine.
It doesn't sound terribly fine.
it's fine. It could have been a lot worse.
All right. So after 5 minutes, the four of you step out the front door. Ah.
Badass walking.
Fast jogging? I don't know what you're talking about.
As the four of you leave, you step right out and you see a brightly lit street as one of the guard towers is on fire, lighting up the street,
Right.
and that's what you see. You see groups of 3 goblins. Each of them has a massive, cloth sack that they're carrying together. This is like your porch right here. So you're actually like right there. There you go.
I don't see it.
I don't see.
Yeah.
You guys can't see anything?
You haven't moved us to the map
For-
yet.
I thought I did. Bam. All right.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. 3,
street.
4
Gotcha.
groups of 3. And it will be the main guard tower that's right there by the front gate that's currently burning. So let's have everyone roll initiative, including the people that aren't currently on screen.
Oh my.
Oh.
All right.
I didn't click on myself.
Fine.
Initiative.
I thought I clicked on myself.
Oh, I have to click on myself.
I gotta open the turn tracker. There you go.
Clicky.
You'll slap me in at 8.
Slump.
No. Oh.
And me at 3.
Oh no.
It's one of those initiatives.
Hey, it happens.
Wait, is
You want me to roll again? I didn't click on.
yeah, roll again and then tell me what you originally got.
Okay, I originally got an 8.
Okay. Come on now. Come on. There we go.
Oh, okay.
Because I totally forgot to find tokens for these guys. They're just going to be some generic tokens. Up. Totally fine. They're not here yet, though. But they got to be added to the turn tracker. It's fine.
This is fine.
Don't
Everything
even
is
worry
fine.
about it. All right, now on to these guys.
These guys are pretty quick.
Well, I mean, it makes sense.
Three, get in there. This is gonna be a fight, y'all. I mean, it's always a fight. Okay. All right. First up, this guy over here, who notices you, and wait, do any of you speak Goblin?
I do.
Yeah,
I do.
You speak Goblin? How weird.
How
How weird, right?
This one goes problem, and drops his side of the sack.
Oh God.
the bag that they are carrying, pulls up their bow and fires at Sterling. Oh,
It has advantage?
no, it doesn't. But
It's the
first
first
roll,
one still,
anyway.
yeah.
yeah, I didn't mean to. See, I had to re-add this this sheet because I accidentally deleted it, and when I re-added it just now, it's like, well, it has advantage. Because heck, yeah, that's
Because
fine.
why not?
9 damage.
You know what? Okay.
Okay. Yeah, this guy up here is going to do much the same, but this time is shooting at a Met. Fire a bow. 17? Does that hit you, a Met? Probably, maybe.
Is it armor class?
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's 14.
6 piercing damage. Next up is this guy way over here. Who's going to fire at a Mortis. And miss.
Yep.
Thunk into
Kinda
the side of
badly.
the runner's den. Sterling.
Well, time to mess someone up. Specifically, the one that shot me.
Heck yeah. Get him. Get him. No, I'm afraid that's a miss, though.
Crap.
Gosh, dang it. Alright, this guy.
Do you have any bonus action things you'd like to do, like a spell or anything?
Can I do bonus action spells?
Some. Shield of Faith, for
A couple
example.
a couple of your spells that you have picked for your paladins are bonus actions.
Yeah, Shield of Faith, for example.
You know what? Honestly, let's do that.
Shield of Faith yourself? Just like
Yeah.
just whisper a prayer. This guy runs forward and takes out from a bag that's like tied to his belt. Alchemist fire. And he's gonna chuck it at Immortus. And it,
Oh no!
and it shatters. And does nothing. He's a little wet. And you see his like face like what? Like what? Very confused.
I'm immune to fire.
And like looks in the bag and starts like it just doesn't understand what's happening.
I am a great wizard.
Of course.
You're like, I'm a great wizard. And from behind you steps Tristan, who's just like who has a very large grin on his face. It's time for a little bit of fun, don't you think? He's going to blast the fire thrower guy and the guy directly behind him with the scorching ray. 5 fire damage. That could have been better.
Yeah. But it was damage on the table.
And then the guy behind him. Wait, it's 2 rays, right? I'm not wrong.
I believe so, depending on level of character.
It might be 3. Let me get my book. Go ahead. Talk about yourself.
3 rays, yeah. You are right, thank you.
I don't have my book. Good.
So the 2 behind him. The one directly behind him. Wow.
Mixing shoulders and calves there.
Just do like very little damage.
They're still on fire.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They still got burned.
Stings. He looks to his left at you, Immortus, and he goes, seems the casualties are about to go up.
Let's hope it's on the right side.
This goblin comes forward and is going to shoot the guy that shot him with the freaking beam of fire. 12 is not going to hit him with... Nope. Seda.
Let's see. I'm trying to decide whether I'm going to shoot people or stab people. It probably depends on whether or not I can get anywhere.
I don't know. How you feeling? How you feeling?
Can never get that arrow thing to work. I hate it. All right, so I can get myself, let's see, 20. Cool, I can get myself around that goblin well, I don't know why I want to put myself there, but this is where I'm putting myself. Well, no, that's a terrible place. I'll just run up next to Sterling, I guess. Because I can get here. Oops, that's not how I move. I'm going to move over where Sterling is. Actually, are there any more people throwing fire or thinking they're going to be throwing fire that I can see?
No, you don't see anybody that you would think would throw fire except that one guy.
Except for the one guy
Yeah.
who is getting shot at by other people. Okay, cool.
Whoops.
Do we need to fix something?
We accidentally skipped Reach. It's fine.
Oh, okay. Well, he can go like right now or right after me or whatever.
Finish your turn and then I'll go.
Okay, cool. All right. I am going to have Seda move right here, and I'm going to attack the goblin that Sterling attempted to attack, or is attacking technically. He just hasn't done damage with my short sword.
Stay
The shiny one.
Oh.
Yep. And then I assume that hits.
Yeah, hit.
Okay, and then should I just click this twice, or just I guess we just roll it once and then. Okay.
Yeah. And then, yeah, you just charge up and lop this goblin's head clean off.
Like lunge and slice, and then
gone.
turn on the next goblin.
Obliterated.
And try and kill someone with my offhand, but I took the two weapon fighting, so this gets the same It's the same thing.
Oh, heck yeah.
Bloop
Hit.
and bloop.
Okay, yeah, nope. Just another head gone. It's
Deleted.
Like nothing.
And then in Goblin, because I don't know the Sterling speak Goblin, I'm gonna scream, "I am your death."
Underneath that helmet, eyebrows raise.
And yeah, that's the end of a turn.
The guy, this guy just steps forward, drops his bow, draws his little scimitar blade thingy, is gonna slash. Not at all.
You're scared. It's okay.
You can hear the shaking in the boots. Oh, we were gonna do Rish.
Yeah.
We'll do Rish. Rish steps out, looks both ways. You notice he's like got his like armored pants on, but no like breastplate or anything, and he's like, "Well, this is how we're doing it." He charges directly forward towards this guy and brings his maul down upon his head. Wait, come on. Bam.
Oh.
Oh no.
That's no good. That did not work at all. He does have a second attack, though. So as he just like misses and it slams into the dirt, he swings it back up at the goblin. Huh. Which I still think is a miss. The goblin's like, it's just like, what? Okay.
He feels naked without his shirt, okay?
Frantically yawning.
Yeah, that is a miss. Immortus, it is your go.
As a bonus action, I'm going to cast Hex on this one.
Okay.
And then hit him with my Eldritch Blast.
Blazed.
That a hit?
It is.
7 plus.
Your Eldritch Blast slams into the goblin's face and just tears the skin clean off, and it collapses backwards into the dirt.
All right. Then I'm going to move 5, 10. Move right here.
All right. Matt.
Does my ritual dagger still work with my second one?
Yeah, you can still use both of them at the same time. Dual wield.
Okay.
That is absolutely valid option. Oh my god, I forgot a word. But don't forget with the ritual dagger, it doesn't become a +1 until after you deal damage with it.
Yeah. I'm gonna go up here to this guy and hit him with that.
Okay, that's a hit. Four damage. Okie dokie. You have an ally within 5 feet, so you get your sneak attack bonus if you want to roll that d6.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you run up and you stab the ritual dagger into his chest, and then you're just like, shh, and you stab the other dagger into his chin, and he's dead. Gone. Nothing. So Sterling. Wait, how did Sterling end up going first, but also now? What happened?
I think he's the hacker.
Because this would be Sterling's second turn, and he's got a 3 in initiative. Nobody else has had 2 turns. Did I make that mistake? Is that on me?
That might be you, because I can't do that kind of thing.
All right. Apologies. So you went first instead of last for some reason. That's fine. That brings us to the top of the initiative then. Sorry. All right, this guy's gonna move over here. And fire at Reesh. Yeah, that'll hit. 5 piercing. Alrighty, next up then is Goblin number 2. The one right in front of Reesh. It's going to try and slash. 15. I mean, yeah, that'll hit him. He doesn't have any armor on.
No.
6 slashing. He's also got a dexterity penalty, so he's got 9 AC right now.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
no.
Yeah.
This is fine.
This is fine. It's okay. We got potions. We'll just give him one of ours, and they'll be fine. Save the NPCs.
Yeah, he's going to. It's Reesh's turn, and he's going to try and smack the guy that just hit him. That's a hit.
Yay!
17 total damage. Just smashes
Slap.
the goblin. It is splatted.
Paste. He just made
Steps
paste.
Forward. Goblin pace. He's standing in goblin pace. Best be careful. He's going to have to make a dexterity save.
Slips.
Uh,
Slips, falls in his butt. Oh, jeez. More goblin paste, probably.
Yeah, it's just right against the wall of this building here. Just paste. Next up is this fire tosser guy who's like looking through. He grabs another one and looks over at Reesh and just throws it at him, and it just like shatters against his chest, and this like red dye goes down his chest. And at that point, he just throws the entire bag away.
He's like, he's so upset because in his mind, he's like, I'm going to be a glorious battle winner, raining fire down upon all these stupid people in this village. And now
call
it's just,
me Fire Tosser after this. It's gonna be my new name.
It's going to be my new name. I'm going to be super cool. And now he's like the least cool.
Yeah, it is Tristan's turn. What are we gonna do with you? Yeah, I think he is just going to step forward and toss an Eldritch Blast at the Fire Tosser guy. Which actually won't even hit. And then a second Eldritch Blast at the guy right above him. Blah.
Bam. All of the effort went into the second one.
That guy is dust. There's nothing left of that goblin.
Well, the first one he noticed it was shooting a little bit to the left, so he corrected himself.
Seda.
Sweet. I'm gonna drop one of my daggers and just drop one of them. I guess I could use an item interact to put it away and then pull my bow as an attack, part of my attack action, and shoot the fire guy.
Shoot the fire guy.
Shoot the fire guy.
Actually, with your passive perception, you see something attached to his belt.
I see something attached to his belt.
That's round and has a fuse.
Oh. I guess I could shoot that.
I mean, if you wanted to. You just notice that it's there.
I mean, if I kill him, I could take it. But now, yeah, I guess, I'm going to aim for his belt. I don't know if you want to increase the DC or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what I'm doing. Pachoo.
All right. Roll your damage. You lodged an arrow in his thigh, like going through his belt. Oh, that's painful.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage too. We're just mathematically doing it, right? You don't want me to roll it twice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm doing it on my end.
Cool.
When I remember.
That's okay. I'll just politely remind you every once in a while.
Beautiful. He's looking really bad. If he was any of the other goblins, he would have been dead by now.
Yeah. This guy's got some health.
Well, not much left. This guy is going to shoot at Grin over here. That will actually hit him. You see it like pierce the swirling shadows around Tristan. That's not bad. That's not too bad. Next up is Immortis.
I'm going to move to right here. And I'm gonna use my bonus action to put my hex on this guy, and then Eldritch Blast him.
Nice.
And
That'll
for
No, that'll be missed though.
Swing and a miss.
for dramatic flair, Sada's gonna be like, kill the one that was trying to burn everything. Or kill the burner.
Heck yeah. Kill your cell phones, guys.
Ah.
Amet.
As a rogue, you can make it there.
I can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Move and bonus action dash, and then you can stab once.
Yeah, it was. Alright, so I'm gonna hit him with my ritual dagger.
Which should be the +1 version now, if you don't already have it in there. Hit it.
I don't know how to make it that though.
We can worry about it later. We can do the math.
Yeah, we'll do the math. That wouldn't be a hit though, sadly.
Yeah.
Oh,
And you're not able to hit with your offhand because you already used your bonus action. But next time.
do I still have the like charge or whatever, or is that gone?
Oh, that makes it +1? Yeah, it's still there. 1 minute.
Cool.
Sterling.
Gee. I guess I just move places. Double movement. I don't actually get to do things.
All right. Next up is Rish, who does much the same thing. And he can't do anything. No. Oh, it's this guy's turn. This guy grabs that is like clearly in pain. Grabs that thing off of his belt. Bites the fuse, tearing it in half, and lights it. And drops it. I need Amet, Sterling, Rish, and both these goblins to make dexterity saves.
I think I'm going to use my inspiration for this. It did not help.
That's a big
Oh no. It happens though. It happens.
Dex. Well, he's the only one that actually makes the save, probably because he knew it was coming. He just like drops it and leaps to the side. But y'all, if you, well, I'm sorry, Amet made the save as well. Does she have the thing that makes it so she?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not
Okay.
yet. Yeah, it's like a 5th level ability.
It's not too bad. It's not a particularly potent bomb,
Oh, and you're.
and it didn't roll very well either.
It's because I shot it.
Yeah.
Some of its powder stuff fell out.
So he succeeded on the save, so he takes half damage. So 3. Wait, did I roll Rish?
No.
No. Did our naked friend take damage? Yes, but how much? Huh. Wait, where is the sheet? Oh no, we've lost it. It's been lost in the mix. Reach. Here we go. Ha!
Hot damn.
He trips and falls on the bomb.
It's a good thing you can't like critically fail.
It's like,
He falls onto the bomb. Yes.
that
He
killed
Captain
this guy,
America's
though.
and it doesn't go well.
He just doesn't forgot his shield.
Heck.
Did it hurt me?
Yeah, you took 3 damage.
You took 3 damage.
Oh wait, is it fire damage?
Yeah. So you take
Is she,
1 damage.
yeah. Yep.
1?
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
One.
Tristan walks up to the last goblin, leans unsettlingly close. Like he is like face to face with this goblin. And he goes, I think it's time you meet your end. Why is it not here? Heck. Sorry, guys.
That's okay.
Now I have to figure it out this way. Because it's not on his sheet. Because I messed up. Huh. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Did it work? It didn't work. Too many sheets open, that's why. Well, we'll do it this way. Huh. All right. So a bunch of this like noxious smoke erupts from Tristan's hand into the face of the goblin, who fails the save. And takes 14 poison damage. He collapses and starts writhing, and he screams, "Ah!"
And possibly melting. Oh my gosh.
and dies
And dies.
in clear agony. He stands up, crosses his arms, and smiles. Well, that's done. What now?
There's 3 more down.
They're not in the turn tracker, y'all.
Oh, ha.
That's my bad.
Oh no. Well, maybe they just appeared on scene.
They just got here, just now.
Yep.
We'll throw them in now.
Seda goes, there's more coming. There.
Perfect. You fixed the problem.
Mm-hmm.
I thought we'd already killed them because they weren't in the turn tracker.
Oh wow, they are. 2 of them are just ready.
They come around the
Gunning.
corner. Ah! Yeah, they whip out their bows and open fire on Rish.
No.
He's the first one in line.
Yeah.
Which hits. Poor Rish. He only got halfway done with putting on his armor. Next guy. Still hits. Oh yeah, he's just walking around, just filled with arrows at this point. And he charges forward, and that's all he can do.
No.
Shit. Is this guy a barbarian? Or is he just a fighter?
He's just a fighter with no armor.
Oh no.
Tristan, yeah. All right then. Oh, I accidentally closed the sheet. Of course I did. It's just one of those moments. Just Eldritch Blast. And first one, and then the one to his right. Bottom right, I guess. Bam. Yeah. Oh, the damage on his Eldritch Blast is... No, it's right, okay. Dead. Next up. Also dead. He's just blam. Seda.
I think. What's my long range? 2 something. Oh, that's my. I can move closer. I think. Hold on. What's longbow? It's dumb.
You're more than good. I don't even think you get the
doggies.
long range.
Yeah.
Not in this little area.
Okay. So then I'm gonna shoot. I'm gonna shoot that
Sorry.
guy. Ooh. The dog wants me to shoot that guy. All right. And a pachoo. That's gonna hit. And
I like
then.
to think.
Holy crap.
I like to think Seda says "pachu" under her breath every time she shoots an arrow.
Oh yeah, he's dead.
Pachoo.
He's super dead. Just right between his eyes. At about
And
that.
then I move forward.
That's the last one of them.
Dead. Arrow just comes down from the sky and just blip.
I don't even think it like sticks in him. It just like cleanly exit the other side.
All right, we need to fan out and scour the city, I suppose.
You hear
Right.
Seda?
You want to go to the main square and go from there?
That's fine. You
Or we can
guys
just circle the wall.
You guys
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's going to be the best way to work through the city.
You hear what sounds like an explosion in the main square.
Just do a sweep.
Probably that.
We should probably head to the housing district. They're going to be the least defended.
Sorry about that. I
Right.
was muted and trying to talk,
Oh, you're fine.
but not on stream, so that's funny. You hear an explosion in the main square.
Or
let's
that.
go there.
Solve that question.
Let's drag you to a non-battle map for a bit. As you guys head to the main square, you see Senin standing next to what looks like a large toad creature, fighting off dozens of these demons. I'm sorry, dozens of these
Goblins?
goblins. Thank you. And then she throws her hands above her head and thrusts them forward, and this massive ball of fire explodes in the crowd of goblins.
Zombies. Zomblins.
Zoblins, killing.
Can I pop a potion while we're like heading over there?
Feel free. Killing pretty much all of them, and whatever this like weird toad creature she has next to her just steps forward and kills the ones that remain. There.
What's the dice for that, by the way?
2d4 plus 2. Senin is looking around. What's up?
I was just going to say, unless they engage us in conversation, Seda would be like, "Oh, we're not needed here," and just head back into the city. But go ahead. Conversation can happen.
Yeah, I mean, she sees you, and she says, "Make sure all the entrances are sealed."
Okay.
Shall we split up then?
No.
No.
We have 2 entrances and probably maybe even more holes along the wall. This is to the party, not to send in. We either need to split up or run much faster and not engage in combat.
It's a choice to be made. Off in the distance towards the Vampire Lord's Manor, you see flashes of blue light. That Seda, you see this. That you don't recognize. Nobody else seems to notice.
What is that blue light over there? I point.
Sterling. I believe you're the only one that would recognize what that is. That would be Lycus.
Oh, right.
Just like, oh, that, yeah.
That's
Relay
Lycus.
that.
He's fighting.
Okay. Then at that point, since my character's like, that's getting taken care of, this is getting taken care of, we need to plug the holes in the wall. It will take us longer to plug and guard the holes individually than it would, or longer as a group than it would individually. Splitting wouldn't be the worst thing we could do.
So,
Trish and Arish and us.
so Grin goes, I know some of us have magic. Do any of us have something that would help with that?
Filling a hole in the wall?
Sealing the holes.
Not me.
Afraid not me either.
Do we have like a woodsmith in town? Like, do we have any place that has like
Spare
stuff
lumber?
that we could, spare lumber or things that we
Stone
could,
or anything.
use
Absolutely.
to shove in
We can
holes.
always, we can rip off people's doors. Repurpose
Actually,
them.
that is a fantastic. Actually, would say in terms of like we need to get stuff to plug the holes with, and then I imagine Morris goes, we could just tear someone's door off. Okay, then houses
Sure.
nearby have to sacrifice a door today.
or multiple tables.
Yeah, table work too. That'll work for now.
It's a big. We'll just keep piling shit in it. Let's go.
Would the guards have blocked that one by now?
Maybe.
I guess we're gonna find out.
Even
Okay.
if they did, it doesn't mean that the goblins didn't. It would have been, still at a game. It probably still would have been a weak point, depending on
Yeah.
how
Yeah.
well they patched it or not patched it.
Yeah. So,
They might have also got through the weakness in the wall. They might have like hit it with a bomb or something.
So like we have to check.
They couldn't fix that overnight.
We have to check the perimeter. Like this stuff was all just like, oh, this is a problem, and then suddenly it's on fire, basically. And that one guard tower is literally on fire.
really helps with
Oh,
vision
that's
for
the
those
one.
that don't have dark vision.
Yeah. So that being said, do you like so say let's go. All right. So do we want to split and go north or not north and south, but to one gate and hole and the other gate and hole, because the gates and the holes are similarly or kind of closely located. They're on that same side.
Absolutely, let's do it.
Okay.
All right. So if we're splitting up, what are the teams?
We should probably send one person who can strength check with each party.
Yeah, I would say Rish and Tristan, and then us. They seem to be at least worth two of us. So
How damaged is Rish though? Like
He's literally got arrows sticking out of him, and he doesn't seem like he gives a shit.
I got a pocket full of healing potions from last time.
He's just like, this is fine. As long as I don't, bump into anything. I'll pull
Okay.
him out later.
Are you too comfortable going to the southern gate, the one not by the runner's den, basically, is the one I want them to go to.
Yeah.
The one that's supposed to, the one they have tried to patch up, and I'll tell them roughly about where the patch job would have been, and then the gate.
Actually, I was with you when you found it, so I know where it is.
Oh, perfect. Sorry, forgot. Okay,
It's fine.
good luck. And
Sometimes I'm too quiet and unnoticed.
I was rather focused.
All right. So you guys are going to the northern, the one you guys decided not to tell anybody about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The leaves are
on
tossed
on
aside
the
at
way.
this point. Mhm.
casting false life.
Okay, you cast false life on yourself. You get there and you hold on. Excuse me. Dang it. You find the hole dug up, obviously.
Yeah.
And how would you like to block this door? Or this
Well, we
hole?
got training dummies in the in the yard, or there's tables. There's probably like
Dummies.
empty barrels of things.
It will make a difference what you choose, so make
Yeah.
a choice.
The training dummies to start, we'll shove them in the hole, and then we can block that off with a door, and then shove a table up against
Yeah.
it.
Anything
Oh,
that's stone
good.
or metal as well. It won't burn as easily if they try to torch it or use their alchemist fire.
Do we have anything stone or metal laying around?
Not
I look
unless-
around.
Not unless one of you
No,
has it. No,
We don't.
Like nearly everything in this town is made of wood except the fountain.
I take all the scrap that we have.
Yeah, fill it with money.
There is a giant axe wedged into a room, but I don't think that's going to help.
Yeah, I don't know, Mike.
I mean, we could just wedge it in their blade first, so when they crawl
Right?
through, they could have a chance to cut themselves.
It's a thought, but they are goblins and can squeeze through small
Yeah.
holes. So, you know.
Dang it, I wish we had grabbed them spiky mushrooms. That's a terrible idea. Never mind.
What?
No, it's a horrible idea. I'm not even gonna breathe it into existence.
The idea you don't speak of becomes the course of action for another D&D party.
Basically, yeah. Do we have any, like... We could, I guess, also just take some of our shovels and dig a hole somewhere else and use dirt as well as the wooden things to shove
Sure.
it in and like actually fill it.
Like, shove the dummies in there and then fill the spaces with dirt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you just dig
And
out the
then
paths
put-
behind the buildings.
Yeah, exactly. We're just gonna make that path a little bit deeper in the ground.
Makes perfect sense.
Mm-hmm.
Let's,
I like it.
Huh. How do I want to do this? Are any of you adept with any tools? Proficient, I mean.
Land vehicles.
Drive the shovel. You can do it.
I am not. However, I can research.
Nice.
Survival does allow me to do trap setting, but
I have thieves' tools and carpenter tools.
ooh, here we
Carpenter
go.
tools.
Carpenter
That's
tools.
the one we're looking for.
That's exactly what we.
Right,
Thank
that's 'cause
you.
you
Emmett.
repair
Emmett's like,
people's
no, we should do
roads.
it this way. Great idea, but then do it like this.
I remember that. You repaired people's roofs because you were up there anyway. All right. So, let's get no checks for this or anything. You guys shove the
You don't want constitution checks for running around like madmen.
I mean, you guys are like less than 30 feet away from the den, so it's not that far.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, that's true.
You guys shove the dummies in there. You dig up the dirt and you start filling in the areas between the dummies to make it more of a tight, compact area. And then you take the door. And can I get a carpenter's dexterity check from Ahmet as you guys are nailing the door to the wall itself to hold it in there?
Mm-hmm.
So, do I change the attribute to dexterity?
What is it?
It says strength right now,
Hmm.
but so does everything.
Yeah, you could change it because it's just the GM decides what stat it is for the particular task at hand. Sometimes it's going to be different.
That's why I like having it set to query instead of a set attribute, because it might change. Oh heck yeah, that thing is nailed in, good and solid.
Hooray!
Sorry, I did that by mistake.
Oh, you're trying to change to query attribute.
Yeah.
Can I get a Heckett strength check from Sterling as you carry a table out here to slam it against this wall?
How much shit can it carry?
Well, you know what?
He's a
You
okay. That's fine.
you stumble and bumble into a few things, but you get it there. No, it's not that problematic.
Yeah, it's not graceful.
He's in a bit of a rush.
You catch like the corner on one of the goblin corpses. But yeah, you eventually slam it. And this seems about as secure as you're going to get it. The only way to make it even better is to nail the table to the wall too. Would you like to do that?
I mean, one of you can stay here and help her nail the table to the wall, and the other two of us can head to the guard building, which is just right there. The
And
door
still
is what I
literally
meant.
on fire.
Yeah, and still on fire.
Yeah. I hope we can do something about that.
Start a fire line?
Maybe.
I'll stay and help. You, Sterling, you stick with Seda.
Works.
All right. So, where are the two of you going? You're going to the Flaming Guard Tower. Towards what end?
A flaming guard tower, essentially. Does our town have any fire department or fire plan?
Usually the fire plan is practically non-existent. To be
Okay.
perfectly honest, you're usually told, inform the stewards; they will solve the problem. Which,
Well, they were fighting, and I'm sure they can see the fires. So,
they know. Where do you go from here? It's definitely up to you whether or not you find an alternative, right?
Yeah. I was just thinking that fire is just going to keep spreading to either side of the wall.
Looks like it already has a little bit, but it's not,
Yeah.
Rapid. It's slow.
Yeah. Without a legitimate amount of people and like lots of buckets of water, there's very little that we can do.
You have a full river, so you got the water part.
Got the water. We just need the manpower. All right, Sterling, door to door, gather people up. We need people to carry buckets, pails, anything that can hold water in it.
Right.
And I'm just gonna branch off from there and do the same thing.
Okay. It looks like as you're gathering people that the threat of the goblins themselves seems to have been diminished, whether they've escaped or died or both. You're not sure, but as you're gathering up these people, Rish and and Tristan come back. Tristan without glowy red eyes. It looks like we managed to solve fix the problem at the other breach. He's speaking to you, Seda. He's just like,
we're doing a fire line to try and keep the houses and the rest of the wall from burning.
yeah, let's come on, Rish. Let's help. All right, let's do this. Huh. So, over the course of the next, I'd say probably several hours, you guys fire line to this tower, and there's definitely one point in there where you're like, if only the veterans were here, one of them could put this fire out, no problem.
Magic's pretty cool.
That's fine. We'll just use the buckets. It'll be okay.
Barrel
buckets.
Buckets and barrels.
We got we got a line going along the ground, and then we got probably a line with like a literal makeshift pulley system that we get someone up on a roof to get at the high stuff, and yeah.
Eventually, I already forgot her name. You spoke to her like an hour ago. Nuella, the alchemist, comes out with this pump system with a tube attached to it, and she sticks one end into the river, and she gets your attention, Sterling, and she's just like, this here, I just need you to pump it. Do you understand? Up and down.
Understood.
Just up and down.
And she basically starts spraying this tower down with this hose. It's not great, but it's definitely helpful.
Yeah.
Eventually, probably around dawn, as the sun's coming up, the fire begins to die down to even less than embers until it's gone completely.
How much wall is left?
Yeah, how much is left?
The entire gate area has probably 30 feet on either side of the gate is just burnt. The logs are half to 3/4 gone.
Mm-hmm.
It's a massive breach in the wall. Massive. There is no gate anymore. The tower, surprisingly, is still standing, but
For how long?
yeah.
Maybe if we push it over, we can, make a makeshift barrier.
I mean, it's an
Yeah.
idea if you wanted to do that.
Yeah.
At this point, you see Lycus coming forward from the direction of the manor, breathing heavily. He's got some cuts all over him. Well, thank you for solving that problem.
I mean, I guess, yeah, it would have been way worse, huh?
I'm not capable of putting out a fire that large. Not on my own, anyway.
Yeah. Well, I mean, townspeople pulled together to help this happen. So thank you all for. Oh my God! Literally, like, they don't say this out loud, but they just suddenly realize that everything that happened, everything that they did, that our team did, like, oh wow, that's pretty cool.
Like,
But that's not the thought. It's the
Rish is still
turns
standing
like
there full of arrows.
everybody there in the fire line is like, thank you all.
Rish, he's like, good job, everyone! And he starts, an applause, which sort of carries through the crowd.
The town just saved itself.
Yes. It's good that we know that we can count on each other.
Can someone get these arrows out of me, please?
Not it?
Sterling can go over, yank arrows out, and stick a lay on hands on him.
Oh, that's much better. Thank you.
And then slightly pleasant.
Much appreciated.
We should probably
Head
try
out.
and knock the tower. No. Knock the tower down to at least build up more of a barrier to that side.
Right.
More debris between us and the outside world. Falling a tree isn't very, as long as you cut it on the right side and know where to cut it, it's not the hardest thing to do. But a tower that's structurally unsound is going to be a bit rough. But I'm sure with Amet's help and a few other people, we could probably sort out where to cut it, where to push, and how to tip it.
Ropes and whatnot, yeah.
The idea is certainly sound, and at least for the time being, we can have the other runner teams return from the other gate.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll see the problem when they get here and go around anyways. A lot happened quickly, didn't it?
Yeah. That was it's a busy day.
I'm quite grateful that you found the passage when you did in the journal.
Yeah. If we hadn't have read any of that,
Would have been a complete surprise.
we wouldn't have known, and a lot of people would have died.
They would have had a lot more alchemist fire to toss around. We'd all be living in the Vampire's Keep right now. Cozy up, shoulder to shoulder.
You've never actually seen Lycus laugh, have you? That would be the day, wouldn't it?
Oh
That
my.
That would be the day.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna knock the tower over. That'll at least keep that side of town slightly less passable. Good news. Wood that's already been burnt. It's a lot harder to set on fire. And now it's soaked thoroughly through. So
There's that as well.
yeah. All right. So I guess that we're gonna spend our early morning knocking down a tower because that needs to happen as soon as possible. Maybe taking actually say that. Stop being so bossy. We should do some rotating shifts of eating some food and drinking some water while we do this, but we need to continue working. Survival is my creed. If I was a paladin, I would be a paladin of survival. That's out of character, but just letting you know, if I was a paladin, it would be a paladin of survival.
I mean, okay.
Well, I don't know. I would think that maybe we got people in this town besides us to do this. Maybe we should head out and hit these goblins before they hit us again.
On what sleep?
I'm sure we'll get some sleep on the way there, but we can't sleep while we're working.
A hooded figure
We can't leave
comes.
the town unguarded.
A hooded figure comes. A large hooded figure comes down from the direction of the Vampire Lord's manor.
Oh no!
She stops abruptly next to all of you and looks at Rish. You hear the voice of Senin. Do you still have that big axe? Huh? Well, yeah, yes, I do. All right. This is not her voice at all. And she heads off towards the runner's den. A moment later, she comes back, this massive axe floating in the air next to her.
Oh.
I was told we need to cut down a tower.
Yeah. To block the gate and missing wall.
She sort of grumbles. Tell me which direction, and it will be done.
Seda would go to Amet and talk about the kind of wood that it is, and where it's weak at, and then ask her about carpenter speaking, like which way to get this to fall, because you're a carpenter, you would have some idea of which way would help to do that best, because Seda can fall a tree, but she's never fell a building before.
And meanwhile, everybody gets out of the way.
I would say that's Carpenter Tool's intelligence, which you don't get to use very often.
And then, would you want me to roll survival or nature or falling a tree would probably be
nature?
Yeah, either that or because usually when you cut a tree down, you're building shelter.
Either or works. I'll give it to you.
Okay. I'll use survival.
Because you're right.
Oh no.
Oh,
Matt has a brain fart.
I'm gonna squish somebody.
Well, I imagine you guys clear the way.
Yeah, we did.
Nobody's.
Sterling just said he was getting people out of the way, so.
You stand there and catch it when it's falling to push it where we want it.
It'll be fine. Just stand in front of it. Don't even worry about it. Yeah. It's not a good cut. She starts cutting into the tower where you've instructed her to. And this massive axe slams with great ferocity, and it starts to creak and tip over, and the building itself just snaps. Not even along the cut.
Oh, gosh.
It mostly worked, but there's still about a 10-foot wide gap on one side.
Okay.
Well, we can guard that to get out or barricade it.
Better than it was.
Yeah.
Senin at this point goes, that'll be it for me. The axe just falls blade first into the dirt, and she heads back towards the manor.
All right. Do we have any we're gonna need to go cut some trees down. But yeah, we'll need to figure out something. Do we have a wagon we can sacrifice to this?
Oh, sure.
Right? To this, because I feel like that's a wagon we can make a new wagon later. But I feel like shoving a wagon in this hole is probably not a terrible idea, and then just loading it with stuff.
I know that the two farms have 2 wagons each.
Well, we don't want to be down too many wagons. I just figured a wagon would be, relatively close to the appropriate size, and then we can just grab scraps of things and, fill it in.
I'll go get one from the family farm.
Thank you.
This isn't work really suited to Mortis, so what he does is he makes a few scary goblin part totems to put outside the gate.
Listen, at this
That's
point,
awesome.
I don't think anyone except possibly the goblins in town objects. And even they're like, maybe?
Seda's gonna turn to the people that are still around. Anything you can spare, any anything that might be broken, just anything heavy that we can put here to help block this off. Anything you can do without. We're gonna need it.
This elderly woman comes forward and she goes, "If someone can help me carry it, I have an old bed frame."
Perfect. Sterling,
Yeah, I've got it.
thank you.
Yeah. You. I don't even think you help her. I think you just take the bed frame out. She goes
She
to
guides you.
help, and you're just gone.
She's like, mind your left.
Oh,
Oh, you're
okay.
right.
I hope it helps.
It does. Thank you.
After some time, Tristan comes back with the wagon, as well as another person you don't really recognize.
Mhm.
But it's a wagon pulled by a horse, so there's a horse and a person to take the horse back.
Okay.
Yeah. So they unhook the horse, and the horse and the woman head back.
Thank you.
She looks back at you and nods.
So I guess we need to knock these wheels off and then jam it in that hole. This is the most jank wall ever. This is great.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
Sterling gets out that wood axe.
Now there's just a giant, a storm giant's axe sticking out of the ground right here. It's a great sight, really.
Amet, would you do me? Would you do my paranoia the kindness of checking the remaining of the wall just one last time?
Yeah.
Thank you. Basically, Seta's just asking if you'll just run the perimeter and see if you see anything out of the norm on the inside, not outside.
Okay.
I think after he brings the wagon back, you see Tristan tugging at his collar, staring at the bodies.
We don't want to put them in the doorway. That'd be gross. But they need to be gotten rid of, huh?
Burned? You want to make
A pyre?
probably in the bodies, You have a pyre for him?
I guess
Yeah, sure.
you drug some of them outside.
Right.
Although I guess any of them that looked like they were carrying the corpse of the fire guy, at this point I probably didn't even realize I had forgotten that there were corpses. You know what I mean? So Seta probably just oh right, we should look and see if they had anything on them that might tell us anything else.
As you guys are searching the bodies, Tristan starts rocking back and forth, and eventually he stops. His eyes go red again.
Is he gonna be okay?
Eventually.
All right.
42. 42 dead. 38 of theirs and 4 of ours. Could have been much worse. But I don't think it's over. You have to go.
Nope. Like cleaning a goblin skull. About to put it on my piece de resistance.
We have to get this door closed. Can you get it closed? Or we have to build this wall. Because if we leave you with no wall, we won't be coming back to anything.
I don't mean now. If you leave before the wall's finished, well, there'll be more. Many more. There's more going on here.
Yeah. So we need to take a nap.
Yeah.
And then go as soon as this is done.
I could be good in an hour.
I can't.
Go sleep, Immortus.
Finish the wall. Then go. If you succeed, the town will be safe again for some time. And if you fail, well, that will be quite an interesting story.
Okay.
So over the probably, next few hours, 3-4 hours, you finish building this wall. The guards take their places at makeshift towers to the side.
Yeah. Or standing on roofs.
Just at the top of ladders.
Yeah.
And the 4 of you bed down for the evening. Well, more like for the afternoon. You'll be leaving this evening.
Yeah.
But I think that is probably the perfect place to end the stream today. So, I hope that was a good time for everyone.
Yeah.
It's very stressful.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like the first time the town's been attacked in 80 years. Anyone would be stressed.
First time the town's attacked in 80 years. None of the fucking veterans are around, and basically the upstart group of kind of nosy kids.
Right? But you know what? You pulled it out. The day is saved. You succeeded.
Thanks to the Powerpuff Girls.
I mean, could you imagine if we had just decided not to read any of those books?
Yes, I can.
An entirely possible scenario of us not reading those books.
Yeah, wasn't it Sterling whose perception caught that intrigue? Way to go, Sterling.
Yeah.
Yay.
That's good. Good job, everybody. Amet, way to come in clutch with just the skills. You had carpentry. It was just on point.
That's
and,
something that carpentry. Why would I ever take carpentry? Nope.
Yeah.
Oh, fun. You know what?
And the alchemist fire switcheroo was cool.
That definitely saved lives.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's go ahead and drop in on Felly. She's pretty awesome. She's currently playing Legend of Zelda. Which one is this? I don't know. Ocarina of Time.
Legend of Zelda, some game.
Heck yeah. I hope you all will join me for the raid. Felly is a really awesome person and a really great streamer.
Maybe for a little while.
Yeah, why not?
Tomorrow, pointing at the camera, they can't see me, is the start of my 5-year streamiversary celebration. We will be playing, first of all, we'll be playing Bloodborne, and it's going to be fun. Starts at 1 p.m. Thank you very much. Starts at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time tomorrow. I hope to see some of y'all there. In any case, have a great evening, everyone. We'll catch you next time.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.